So yeah, that was last session recap was that you guys ventured back to Kaer to go to the Thoracic Spire, and you basically got all the information you wanted. You learned uh, how to fight demi-liches if it comes down to that, but you also learned a little bit about like that particular uh, like demi-plane that the demi-lich was on. And so you guys kind of have like this idea as well that when you go there, you probably want to investigate like the surrounding kind of community that seems to exist on that demi-plane. So you got both of those covered. I think you guys had like a plan to buy some stuff. For example, you need like if you end up fighting it, you need like a hollow spell, for example, and a
yeah, / leveling up
like,
a level. I mean, getting stronger.
Yeah, there's like some certain stuff that you would need in order to fight it. Assuming, of course, that you do end up fighting it, because that's again.
I think we definitely have a bit of preparation.
So, and then also during that time, Trissa might have accidentally tore a hole in in reality and let a bunch of shadows in. So that might have happened too, possibly. So that
we should probably fix that up.
I think we can't do anything except for wait.
Well, you know, keep people away from it, and you know, take out any dangerous creatures that come out until it closes up.
It's kind of in an awkward spot because it's in the middle of Maga. So you guys were like, "We'll go let the guards know," and then you're like, "You go let the closest person
there are
guard."
No
he's
guards.
He's like, "I just guard this tower." There aren't really like a centralized town guard for Maga. It's kind of a
anarchy.
Yeah, it's kind of an anarchy in this town. There's no real central figure who's like in charge of Maga.
Well, I'm sure that the people at the Thoracic Spire have ways of dealing with this.
Yeah, maybe. So I mean, that's like the thing. Each section usually has like people that are in charge, kind of the section. Like there's usually like a certain party who was like the most powerful person in there, or like faction.
And they all convene at like the top of the Thoracic Spire or something.
Nope, not the Thoracic Spire.
Some There's other like building in here.
There is a building.
Had his horde.
Yeah, there's a building in the Highside Stacks that is the highest building in the Highside Stacks, and that's one of those things where like people used to fight over getting the highest building because status symbol, but now it's actually kept. They have like there's kind of like this agreement, basically like an unsaid agreement that nobody gets to own it, and that's where all like the rich and powerful movers and shakers of Maga will like meet on neutral ground to negotiate and things like that. So that's like the thing. Highside Stacks, generally speaking, most of Highside Stacks is all these like towers where people just like hang out in their fucking towers, and like there's lots of rich people that live here, but like compared to a lot of the other districts, it actually probably it might have been the better one to open a random like hole into the shadow plane into, because the Highside Stacks isn't like generally very busy down on the streets.
They'll be fine. They're rich enough to hire wizards to deal with it anyway.
And I believe you guys were staying at the like at the Commons, basically down in the bottoms district.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys voted against staying at the Canary House because it's overt slavery. You guys didn't like that?
Yep.
Like, boo, slavery.
That might actually be something that Trissa wants to deal with once she retires.
Hey, now, to be fair, you do know. Well, maybe Trissa doesn't know, but some people in Kaer Maga know that there is a district that is trying to do something about the slavery in Kaer Maga, and by that I mean they're trying to convince people to use undead servants instead, which is a much more ethical.
That's fair.
Way to, yeah, right. It's much more ethical.
Wait, can't we like use constructs instead of undead?
Oh yeah, there's some people doing that too. But I mean, constructs are more expensive than undead.
Oh, we killed that person. Remember that was a guy.
Right, but there's other Ardocs.
We killed one of them. The rest of them disowned him for making flesh constructs. They're like, stop that. We deal in metal stuff.
That wasn't why they actually disowned him, but yeah, the Ardocs publicly disowned Akai, but the Ardocs still kind of run the BIS district over here.
But again, that's probably something that I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be running the party train, you guys.
Right, there's a lot of stuff in
You guys run your train, and I'll follow along until you guys go off plane hopping, and then Trissa will stay here.
Well, we need to do something about these shadows and this tear in the plane in the material world.
I think we just...
That's number one.
Alright, what's your plan?
I don't want to... library.
Well, I don't want to go off and, try and do other stuff when this is going on. Like, we're responsible for fixing this, or at least waiting it out till it gets fixed on its own.
Hey, Philippe, figure out a way to close this thing off.
Is Philippe with us?
Yeah.
I guess if he is, he can roll.
He just came back out of the Thoracic Spire. So we'll send him right back in to do some research.
Yeah, I think you guys fought like some shadows in there, and then I think you went to go probably. I thought you guys went to maybe go rest after that. I'm not exactly sure where we're at.
Yeah, I think we were gonna go rest after that.
So maybe this is discussions happening at the bottom.
Get Philippe to do the bookwork for me.
And I don't know. I don't actually know where Philippe lives in town.
Philippe and Tressa are
sure
becoming best friends.
Hospice. So maybe he has a little townhouse in Hospice or something. Then
he probably has a nice house there. Yeah, so we can ask Philippe to help tomorrow or whatever. But why don't we rest tonight and see what the state is tomorrow? Maybe it'll just be gone.
We could use the device again and pull different tears and have the planes fight each other.
That's not how it works. It just pulls the closest plane.
Nah, I'm pretty sure there's a convergence of multiple planes there because of the blinking tower. Pluto had me roll a D100 and we got the shadow plane. It probably also connects to the astral plane and the plane of fire and maybe some others.
If you think about it,
Well,
you did
more planes is not better.
If you think about it, you did it right by where the blinking tower is, and the blinking tower, yeah, it can go to a lot of different planes. So there's probably a lot of different, this particular area probably had it was close to a lot of different planes.
We might even be able to pull other parts of Galarian in here.
Let's
Maybe
not use the wand anymore, or whatever it is, the device.
We need to do science!
No, we don't. We need to fix what you did and learn from the mistakes.
I was out of character, by the way.
Oh.
My character would not advise doing science. Remember,
I
I'm
thought
CG.
you were serious.
Manthus is serious.
I thought that was... I mean, I feel like Triss is someone who would like science and experimenting. So I thought that was real.
Nah.
Okay.
Have you seen Triss's int score?
Nope.
It's a big whopping 7.
Okay, so we rest. And probably check it out the next day to see how things look.
All right, so the next morning, when you guys get up, they have a letter for Brugar at the bottom of the bartender kind of slash owner of the establishment. He kind of says it came in for you basically late last night, and he held on to it and gave it to you. Gives it to you in the morning.
I think I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. And it's addressed to Brugar and his companions.
All right.
And it says you are cordially invited to attend a small get together being held by the like a small lascivious party. That's the term. Being held by one Lord Kabaru, and yeah, he says, please bring your illustrious companions. There will be.
Oh, we're illustrious.
And it says that he wishes to discuss something and bestow a boon upon you.
Oh.
I asked the bartender who this Lord Kabaru is.
Okay, and he tells you that he's some rich guy who lives in the high side stacks, and he's known for his lavish parties. But not a whole lot is known about him specifically, like that he's very like even though he throws these like really public parties and such, he usually doesn't show himself directly at them very often, and that he tends to be very secretive. Yeah, he's a very strange man, but apparently he is willing. He has a lot of wealth, and he throws it around a lot. And yeah, this says the party's at like at night, so you guys will have the day basically to do stuff before that. But
and you use the word lascivious to describe it.
Yes,
illustrious.
That's how he described. No, lascivious.
No,
is
not
the word
illustrious.
That it's used to describe it.
Oh,
lascivious is a very different word.
Lascivious is definitely very different. He used illustrious to describe your party. He used the word lascivious to describe the party, as in like the party that you're having there. I guess it's confusing because there's two different party meanings here. So the party the party of adventurers is illustrious. The party that the party of adventurers is going to is lascivious.
Yeah, okay. So we're invited to an orgy.
Potentially, yeah.
Are dragons allowed?
Of course they are.
It doesn't say. It doesn't
Dragons
say
are the
anything
most
about it.
promiscuous things in Galarian.
That's probably true.
Like, how the hell do you think turtle dragons appear?
I don't think about how they appear, honestly.
I don't think about it either.
Or kobolds. Or dragon bloodline sorcerers, eldritch scions, and blood ragers.
Well, I tell the party about this, and I say, well, I'm not super keen on these particular kind of festivities. I am curious what he wants to talk to us about.
Don't forget, he promised a boon as well.
Right. I mean, I'm not known for my partying. I'm known more for my combat skills.
I think that this character would go. Alce would definitely go.
Alce would definitely go, yeah.
So if nobody else is going, Alce's going.
Yeah, I mean, once you guys tell Savath what it's about, she's like not interested, but Gorik's interested in everything, so.
So we have 3 members of the well, 2.5 members of the party who are probably interested in going.
Out of character, if Ron was here, I was originally thinking of having the invitation actually be extended towards Alce directly, but Ron's not here, so I was like, well, Brugar instead.
Somebody else has to get it. Alright.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of works. You guys are at the point, like, I think most of the characters in the party are visible enough that anybody could have got the invitation, theoretically. Like, pretty much all of you are famous in some way or another.
Let's go see what this lord has to talk to us
His
about.
party is tonight, so you guys still have a day to do other stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, unless you guys want to not do anything in the day, we can skip straight to it.
I think we were going to at least look at the shadow plane.
Okay. So you guys go back to where the blinking tower normally is and see what it looks like there.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get there, it does look like there's still that, but you see that there's kind of like there's like a perimeter formed, and there's like kind of some people set up around the outside of it.
I ask, do you know what's going on around here?
Yeah, and they kind of like think that you're just they kind of brush you off, like say, like it's not safe here. We're keeping it safe. No one's to enter this area. Uncle Gooden's orders.
Uncle whose?
Uncle Gooden. Haven't you heard Uncle Gooden? What's wrong with you?
I'm not from around here.
He's the one paying for us to sit here and protect this area, keep you people out of here. It's not safe in here. There's dangerous creatures and monsters coming out of this area.
What do you mean by you people?
Okay.
You
Thanks for your hard work.
Tourists.
Protecting frail little me.
You look like tourists to me.
Gorik totally looks like a tourist with all like the trinkets he bought at all the booths.
Oh yeah, he's wearing like a Kaer Maga t-shirt, and like the locals would never wear a Kaer Maga t-shirt.
Do you mind posing for a portrait?
No, go away.
Wait, he doesn't mind, but he wants us to go away?
Yeah. I'm not keen on your wise words. He glares at you. Uncle Gooden's paying us to keep people safe. He's not paying us to entertain tourists. This is just another normal day in Kaer Maga. Nothing to see here.
Okay. You see, Philippe? It's normal here. Not Philippe, Raziel.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Sure it is.
Oh, okay.
These young kids, man.
So, show me around, Brugar.
I'm gonna go get some fancy clothes for tonight.
Okay.
Have to at least appear presentable.
Oh no, I hate dressing up. But I will find some nice monk robes or like you know is that what they're
Oh,
called?
some like
Monk robes
priestly
or
looking.
priestly looking robes for Gazre.
Okay.
Savath
Sure.
is not dressing up. She's gonna.
And I will
go
wear
normal.
the robes over my armor. I will have armor on, but the robes will go over, so it'll be more like ceremonial.
Is that your
reasonable.
chastity belt?
You know what? I'm gonna buy a new and updated costume for Magical Fantasia.
Oh God.
Oh no. It's gonna be so colorful in Kaer
Oh
Maga.
man.
Right. So I'ma just subtract 1,000 gold for the best possible costume and tailoring that they have in the city.
1,000 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're doing this fast. They're doing like magical tailoring.
What exactly are you getting?
A new costume. A Magical Fantasia costume.
She wants
Right,
like
1,000
something
gold, like-
avant-garde, extreme.
Yeah, is that like something that I can? Okay, maybe look. Are you just? It's just like a mundane but very expensive because it's super high fashion.
Yeah, mundane but very expensive.
The services he's paying like 20
So I was,
tailors
I was like,
at once.
are you buying like a magical costume?
No,
then?
I'm not buying anything magical. I'm just buying a mundane fucking costume.
Alright. Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna pay like 20 gold for like some really nice robes.
You're actually
Something
for
like that.
Why
really
are
nice
you guys
clothes. You're
trying
looking
to
at like
impress a
75 gold.
stranger? You guys are spending your
Oops.
Because
your
this
hard-earned
man is
gold.
money.
very well connected. And who knows?
But
the
Something
robes
he
are
might
plain.
be offering
They're not
might
like
be useful
fancy
to us.
aristocrat clothes.
Savatha says, my skills are enough to impress people. I don't need to dress up.
It's just an excuse to buy some new clothes. We're traveling all the time, and clothes get worn quickly.
But then you have to carry those clothes.
You throw away the old clothes.
Woo! What? Don't throw away things if they're still good.
So wait, what? What are you buying? You're spending 50 gold about?
I spent 50 gold on some nice priest robes. They're not,
Oh, you don't need
fancy
to spend
aristocrat
that
clothes.
much
I don't
money.
think they're the full price.
Like, I
but-
think, what is it? Fancy clothes are like, I don't know. There's an actual price for that.
I don't
Yeah.
feel.
50
I don't
sounds about
care.
right.
It's like, I'm just
50 seems
tipping the
reasonable.
guy.
I don't.
No, that's fine because 30 is what it costs for a courtier's outfit.
Yeah.
75 is what it costs for a noble's outfit. So you're kind of somewhere between the two, and I think that's a reasonable place to be.
Alright. Expensive ass
It's
clothes.
also 50 is also the cost for a flame retardant outfit. So if you want a flame retardant outfit, there you go as well. Gives you fire resistance 1, very useful.
Very useful. It helps you cross lava. No, not at all. Dude, lava's just, it's no joke. Don't do it.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, of course Matt knows. Of course Matt knows.
No, back when we were doing Legacy of Fire, not you guys, my in-person party, Drew's character fell into the lava.
Oh, well you
Remember
pulled
the doors?
Amarcia into it, but I think I got out somehow.
Oh no, I'm
So yeah,
talking
the-
about a trap.
Oh.
I remember.
Obviously, the letter as well that you got, Brugar has like an address for where which tower you're supposed to go to in the high side stacks,
Uh-huh.
and says to present the invitation at the door, basically.
All right.
Anything else you guys want to do during the day beforehand?
Not for me, I guess. And when we do go to the address, all I'm wearing is the outfit that I've picked out and my warhammer. I'm leaving everything else like my armor and anything like overly bulky, including like my backpack. Well, not my backpack. I guess I can take my backpack. But yeah, leaving all my armor at the inn within my room.
Fair enough.
Okay, so one of the reasons why my outfit might be so expensive is I probably figured out some way to get the portable hole into like a fold in the cape or something, so I can like put things into my cape like Batman does.
Sure.
There we go. I've got a cape. I can now be sucked into jet engines.
That's the real tech right there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Anything else in the last minute before we transition into evening?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well then, I'm assuming everybody's going. Then there's nobody like choosing to sit out.
Sure, I'll
Savath
go.
is gonna
I'm
go
gonna
for the
say-
protection of the team, but she's not really interested in
She's not
this.
into it.
No.
That's fair. Yeah. Normally, I'd say Ause is not going to make it easy, but I'm gonna have him go anyway because his character would
He's
probably want to be
definitely
there.
going.
He's definitely going. That's where I'm writing him out for this session. Is he's gonna go there. He's gonna stay there. He's never leaving.
Okay.
I don't know. He'll be there though, but he'll probably just go off, get sucked into some corner somewhere, and
He will get involved in the party.
yes. All right. So yeah, you guys head there. There's a guard standing outside the door, and you guys get there. He presents the invitation. He kind of nods and lets you in. And inside there's someone that kind of offers to take your coats if you have any or anything like that, and says he's like after you guys get there, he's like, follow me. I will take you to the to where this event is happening. It's a very large tower. It's a lot of different places in here, but
Okay.
and yeah, he kind of takes you to a into like basically an elevator. But there's a guy there that kind of pulls the on the like the pulley to kind of pull you guys up manually. So it's a mechanical like elevator with an elevator boy.
It's okay. I fly up with the elevator.
Oh,
Inside the elevator, but he doesn't have to pulley me up.
All right, sure. They kind of just ignore that. Like, all right, whatever. As you guys are going up, the guy, he kind of comments. He's like, "Oh yes, Lord Kabaru gets very, very eccentric guests sometimes, but he is a somewhat eccentric man himself. I'm sure you've probably heard."
I respond yes.
And yeah, so get to the top of the elevator and kind of opens the door, and he says, "Well, I hope you do enjoy yourself. All drinks and food are on the house. Do not worry anything about spending any money here." And yeah, you open it up. It's kind of like a very I don't know. Probably not, to be honest, in Strange Aeons, but yeah. So it's kind of a dimly lit, kind of like very large open area. Like there's a lot of like it's kind of sort of like one big room with like lots of different furniture, and there's like a kind of a open bar, and there's music as well, and it's kind of like right now kind of it's live music, so there's like uh, there's kind of like a woman like singing, right, and then there's like another someone else playing like a piano behind her, kind of. And right now it's kind of like
Alright.
pretty laid back. It's got kind of like a really kind of uh, more quiet atmosphere at the moment. But yeah, there's several people kind of standing around right now, yeah, or sitting in some cases, and there's kind of like the quiet murmur of like discussion happening. And you'd say there's
Okay.
about like 24 people, but it's a very large open area, so it's not at all crowded.
Do people look
And
like they're
they
talking
say-
to
Alright.
you?
Yeah, it looks like there's people talking to each other. And then, like I said, there's kind of a quiet like performance going on. There's like a woman singing. She's singing in something in Verisian. So if you don't speak Verisian, you probably don't understand what she's singing.
I don't.
But if you do understand Verisian, then you would hear that it's kind of like a love song, basically.
I will do my best to mingle.
Are there hors d'oeuvres?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's lots of different fancy foods and tons of different wines and beers and other like harder stuff too. But
Okay.
mostly a lot of the people there are like drinking champagne and wine.
Savath
Right.
and Gorg
This
are
is a
gonna
very
go
high class
get.
party.
They're gonna go get some, and then Gorig, he's just gonna be impressionable and make friends with a diplomacy check.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not trying to gather info, but if he gets info, then that's cool.
Sure, and yeah, Gorg does draw some attention. Like there's some not very long after you get there and start
yeah.
going and investigating like the food. A lot of people come over like, oh wow,
He's a
what a
dragon.
truly fascinating little creature we have here. And yeah, so there's kind of like a bit of a crowd, a gaggle of people kind of gathered around there and trying to
Savath
interact
is getting
with
used to
Gorg.
it. Mm.
Uh-huh.
Yep, and I'll introduce myself to like a gaggle of people, just to make sure that they know and the host knows that Brugar is here.
Okay.
You gotta compete with a dragon all the time nowadays.
That's okay. I've got street cred.
Yeah,
I
one
wonder
of
if
the
I
people
can outperform the singer.
maybe you could
Oh,
go
no.
you could
Oh,
go
don't
ask
sing.
to do a performance. Yeah, they'll probably let you do it too.
Oh,
You know what? I'm gonna go do that.
uh-oh. Hush.
Okay.
While this
Do
is
any of us
going
know
on-
if she can sing? Like, how's she sing around us?
Yes, you do know that she can sing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a speciality of hers.
Speciality.
Uh-huh.
It
Well,
is
that-
one of
that's
my
going
few
on.
max
Dance.
skills.
A few.
Wiggle her fingers and perform magic feats, but she can't think her way out of a paper bag.
That's Trissa Caldwell in a nutshell. What
Yup.
were you saying, Zadurium, during this?
So Raziel is just kind of sticking to, I wouldn't say the shadows, but just like not really getting part of any of the groups of conversations and just
Sure.
being by himself, trying to not be noticed. He's
he's
really more curious about why we're here and wants to hear
he's
that
being
from
that
the
awkward
host.
guy that sits off to the side of the party, aka me at every party I've ever been to.
Yeah. I'm that
Yeah,
guy
but
too.
the fact that he's wearing kind of the robes
You're like, why
of
am I
Godric
here? I'm supposed to mingle, but you
means
don't.
like people might think he's more in like quiet contemplation than being
Sure.
awkward.
That's what he'd like to think.
But you guys can interpret it as you want. That's how I interpret it. Okay, and then I'm mentally face palming when I see Trissa go up. It's like, oh no, she's gonna make some spectacle of herself again.
We're
At
all
least this
making
won't be as
spectacles
bad
of
as when she
ourselves, except for
tore
you
the hole in the plane,
and Small.
and introduced a shadow realm or whatever, shadow plane here. So I know it won't be as bad as that. So continue.
Okay. One of the people Brugar's talking to introduces himself as Eustace Camerall. He says, I'm Eustace Camerall, Paladin of Sarenrae.
Alright.
And, yeah, he says, surely Lord Kabaru has been impressed with my many great heroic deeds, for he has invited me here.
You don't say. What heroic deeds have you to boast of?
Well, I fought the dragon Ilkar, who was the bane of the northern Storval Plateau, killing many Shawanti nomads, and I put an end to his reign of terror by shielding the people from his terrible fire.
I
And
tell him that
other many lesser deeds as well, but this was the most famous, which I'm sure that is the one that has brought me to this esteemed party. Although I'm not much for parties.
I tell him that that's mighty impressive and worthy of a paladin's deeds. But let me tell you this story, and he starts going off into one of uh, his grand stories. He starts telling everyone the time where he too met a dragon, except this one was one that was as big as a volcano, one that was made of molten magma and such, and that this dragon was part of a cabal of cultists who wished to destroy the gods. And Brugar, in defiance of this dragon, hurled a weapon that it had created itself back at it, destroying the weapon and leaving the dragon speechless. And to that, Brugar simply walked away.
But you didn't defeat the dragon. Okay, whatever.
Alright. And
It
then
was more the
Eustace
principle
says,
of the thing.
yeah, Eustace says, well, that's nothing, because one time I fought an evil demonic assassin that was attempting to kill a nobleman in Riddleport who was visiting from Corvosa.
Brugar will transition into a harrowing tale of when they fought the Demi-Lich. Not playing up the heroics, more the fear and terror that this kind of thing sows, just to make it more real.
Uh-huh. And then Eustace says, wow, man, you're really killing the mood here. No, no, he doesn't say that. No, he goes on. He goes on. And every time you kind of like give one of your stories, he'll kind of also, he'll try to like one up you with like one of his own stories.
Yeah.
All right, a one up off. All right.
Mm-hmm.
These never end.
I get my chance at the karaoke booth.
Sure, yeah. And you kill it.
I kill it.
Yeah.
We might not even notice it.
Yeah, like at first.
Congratulations.
God
no one
damn
else
it,
wants to do
that's rigged.
karaoke.
You ruined it for everyone. No, yeah, like when you start singing, it's like kind of one of those things where like everyone at first is still kind of talking and doing their own thing, and then but your performance is good enough that most of the people like kind of stop, like they drop their conversations and are like kind of drawn to the performance instead because
they're like, oh, I didn't know Beyonce was here.
You're
She's
right.
all like growling
it kind of draws
up there
everybody's
and
attention,
whipping her hair around and shaking her booty.
and
oh, she's got a cape on too, right? So.
At some point during that, somebody comes over and like whispers something over to Eustace, and he says, he gets up and says, "Well, pardon me, and I have been summoned," and he leaves. He goes off, follows this guy, and goes kind of around like off the opposite side of the room and around kind of into a corner down. You don't see where he goes from there.
Okay.
But yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to specifically do?
Have some food and water to drink.
Okay. And let's see here.
And I will congratulate Trissa on her performance. It was excellent.
All right. So eventually, like, Eustace kind of comes back out and rejoins the party. And somebody approaches Brugar and kind of whispers, like, Lord Kabaru would like to speak with you now.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, I'll go take the call then.
Savath has cake on her face.
All right.
The cake is a lie.
Just that awkward, like frosting on the face somewhere.
Yeah. And I don't know if everyone even notices that, like, Brugar leaving following this guy here. I'm sure Raziel probably does, because he's not really, he's just kind of observing.
Well, does he tell
But,
us?
And he has very high perception.
I don't know, does he make a show, does Brugar make a show of like, oh,
Well,
excuse me,
asked
I have to
this
go,
person,
and like,
does this guy want to talk just to me or to my company?
he tells you that he'd like to talk to everyone, but
Alright,
he only
well,
wants to
I'll go
talk to
grab
you at the
everybody.
moment.
Oh.
The moment? Okay, then.
At the moment, he just wants to
I'll
talk
let
with
him
you.
know. Let him know later. If anybody else comes up to me, I tell him that's like, it's alright, they'll send for you. I've got
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
no, not paying attention.
Yeah, so I start walking towards
Savath is like
Brugar.
eating cake while Gorg. She's like trying to make sure Gorg doesn't get out of hand.
So I tried to walk towards Brugar, and Brugar sees me and just gives me a shake of his head, so I know to wait.
Okay. So
I
Brugar
sign
then follows
autographs for my new groupies.
your new groupies. Perfect. All right. So Brugar follows this guy back, and he kind of leads him into like this little like kind of smaller room, and there's kind of like a curtain, like kind of one of those like sort of partially see-through curtains, and you see like the kind of the silhouette of somebody behind it, but it's blocking his features. And
Alright.
when he kind of brings you the room, like the servant who kind of leads you there, he says, Brugar Stonehearth, sir, and kind of the guy behind kind of says thank you. He says thank you very much, and the guy kind of does a little bow and kind of leaves. So it's just you and this guy's behind the curtain, and he says take a seat, Brugar, if you would.
Alright,
Just like
I do. And I thank him for
And-
inviting me.
Yeah, he says I do hope you are enjoying yourself.
I tell him that the party is the party has everything covered: entertainment, food, drinks. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, he nods and he says, I'm glad to hear that. I suppose you're wondering why I brought you all here.
I am.
And he says it's quite simple. I take interest in figures of your stature, and I am actually wanting to offer you something that I believe will be quite helpful for you. But all I ask for now is that you just tell me a little about yourself.
All right. Well, he's gonna tell him. He's gonna tell him the fucking the highlights
Oh, not
of
the
the
big-
Brugar story.
Oh
Okay.
no. Do we have to tell everyone? We were keeping these things a secret before. I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
that's-
there, and so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
no,
what you
that's-
want. But
I
I'm
say
just
So
tell
what
him
exactly
something
you
about
tell him?
you out of
himself.
character that we were keeping this stuff secret
Is there
prior
any-
to the Demi-Lich.
Oh, it said the
You're not-
highlights, not the detail.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean the highlights is we're trying to kill Deklausar, right? Isn't that the highlight?
Well,
Well, I'm
Sidarian,
confused.
you'll get
He
your
said-
chance. So
He said,
Yeah,
"Tell
no,
me
no,
about
that's fine. I'm just
yourself," and then all of a sudden we're talking about
saying
like
out
telling
of
him about this
character
stuff.
that I'm just saying how it's been thus far. So, but if you do what you
Okay.
want, it's your character.
noted. All right. So
he
what
tells me
does
that,
Brugar tell him?
He left the academy at the Five Kings Mountains to come and to perform mercenary work. And throughout his time adventuring, he's fought things like aberrant monsters in sewers, like giant lobster monsters, um, shadowy creatures, dragons. Uh, what are those things? Those chitin things,
Mhm.
otherworldly menaces, and a host of undead horrors that you wouldn't bat an eye at, or that you'd bat an eye at least.
All right.
But I'm a pretty simple dwarf. All I want is out of all this, the pleasure of some wealth, having a good name for myself, and being secure.
Okay.
And he mentions that he's fought in arenas and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So then he says, what could you tell me about that little frog companion that used to travel with you?
Uh-oh.
Says, can't tell you much. Didn't know too much about her, except that she was touched by a god. Burdened, really.
All right. And he says, well, this interests me a little. Are you still following this kind of quest that she was burdened with?
I tell him that it's a personal goal to destroy the thing that killed her, and that thing is a very powerful undead creature. But it will take me within the path of the things that it will take me within the path of this cult that was trying to destroy the gods. So I need to be equipped to deal with them.
You see him kind of nod behind the curtain. He says, well, before you leave, I will arrange for something, a gift. I don't ask anything in return. I just hope that perhaps someday you will return the favor to me.
A gift.
And he says, with that, he kind of claps his hands, and the servant returns, and he says, that'll be all. Thank you very much, Brugar.
I thank him.
All right. And the servant guy leads you back out to the general, like over the main party, the main event.
Okay.
And I'll say it's probably like moved into like one of the back rooms where the more illicit activities are happening. All right. The next person they approach is Razael. A servant approaches Raziel over in his corner and kind of whispers like, Lord Kabaru would like to speak with you now.
Okay.
Is that fine with you?
Yes, very well. I will follow or go back.
Okay. And he leads you back. Same thing as Brugar. You get the same sort of thing. You're in a little room there, and you see him kind of behind this kind of partially see-through curtain, so you can't make out his features, but you can kind of see his silhouette. And yeah, he says, Raziel, it's good to meet you.
Oh, it's a
Take
pleasure
a
to
seat,
meet you
please.
too.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I grew up not really a wealthy with as wealthy family, but I had a good childhood and I like to hunt in the woods. And then one day I started what happened? I hunted some creature or something like that, and I liked it. I liked getting rid of the unnatural creatures I found in the world, in the forests, and wherever else. And some the Church of Gazra ended up taking me in because they needed someone, and I helped them out enough, and I needed a calling, and their belief spoke to me to cleanse that which is unnatural to this world. So I learned the followings of Gazra, and he granted me certain boons and gifts and powers. And so since then, I've been trying to cleanse the world of unnatural and unclean things. And then I ran into Brugar and his traveling companions, and they also have seem to run into a lot of creatures that do not belong in this world. And so I've been traveling with them, and I think my God led me to them. I think they will help me fulfill a greater calling.
Interesting. And what is your current quarry at the moment, if you don't mind me asking?
You know, right now I don't like to speak of it, but most of our party, my friends, were killed by this evil creature, a demi-lich, and a demi-plane of, terrible existence. And while we had to escape with our lives, Brugar and I, but we want to go back and we want to cleanse that foul creature from the plane it lives in, and also get vengeance for it killing our friends.
Very interesting. But what can you tell me about one Deklau Sar?
Well, only what the teachings of, of studying the past and the gods has taught me. It is said that Deklau Sar was raised by Lamashtu from the remains of the ancient god Kirkanis, and that he is a very powerful demon lord within the abyss.
You used to travel with the one known as Tiki, correct?
Yes, she was one of the ones murdered by the Demi-Lich.
Yes, but her quest was Deklau Sar, correct?
I'm not sure. She had her own way of seeing the world, and I'm not sure I ever saw the world as she did.
Interesting. Well, I do have a boon that I would like to bestow upon you, but we'll wait for the end of the party. I don't ask for anything in return. I just hope that perhaps you will accept it, and perhaps someday you can return the favor to me, should I ever need it.
Very well, that is most kind of you. If you don't mind me asking, though, I know almost nothing of you.
Yes, well, I have a lot of influence within Kaer Maga, and I do try to use, while a lot of it is definitely goes towards my own personal desires, I do try to do my share of charitable work.
I see. So is that what you see us as, is giving to us to help the greater, the common good?
In a sense, yes. And if it ends up helping me down the line someday, then all the better.
I see.
Evil
Well,
confirmed. Or at least lawful.
it is very nice to have met you, and Look forward to
Yeah.
receiving your boon later.
Yes, please do enjoy this party in the meantime, though. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Same to you, and I get up and leave.
Okay. Yeah, he does a little clap so the servant comes and tries to direct you out, but you're already leaving by that point. Alright. So Raziel returns back to the party, and a short while later someone goes over and kind of same sort of thing over to Trissa. Invites Trissa to go back and speak with Lord Kabaru.
All the fangirls are following
I'm dressed
Trissa.
as Magical
No!
Fantasia at the moment.
Oh shit.
Sure. And that's what they address you as. Magical
Yeah.
Fantasia.
Because it's 2019
magical-
and we
What
can identify
is
as we
your
want.
quest?
Magical
What is your
Fantasia,
favorite
was
color?
it? The servant seems a little confused. Lord Kabaru wants to speak with you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Does he want my
Alright.
autograph?
I don't know what Lord Kabaru wants, honestly. He doesn't really tell me a lot of these things. But he does pay very well. But that's not important right now. This way, please.
Okay, go that way.
And yeah, he leads you back. Same story. You see him behind you see a silhouette behind a partially see-through curtain. He's kind of sitting in a chair with a glass of wine. He says, "Magical Fantasia, was it?
Mhm.
Or is there something else you prefer?"
No, that's good.
All right then. So I would like if you would tell me a little about yourself.
Well, I'm the hero of Magnamar. I brought down corruption and vigilante protector of those who need it most.
Yes.
Even had to trace down a criminal all the way to Corvosa. Bring him to justice. My current, I'm currently dealing with my arch nemesis, Darkstar Meteor Smasher.
I don't believe I've heard of him. Tell me a little about this Dark Star Meteor Smasher. He sounds very, dangerous.
Indeed. He's definitely up to no good. Trying to do something with, the planes. And probably trying to bring some true evil into Galarian or something. But, with Magical Fantasia on the case, you can be rest assured that I'll make sure he fails.
Oh, that very much, sets my mind at ease.
It's possible
Says-
his true name might also be, Teyamara or something along those lines.
Interesting.
He's like,
So-
call him Dark Star Meteor Smasher. It's much sexier.
Exactly.
So tell me, what exactly is your current goal with Brugar and the others, his illustrious party?
Airplane?
That's your current goal? Airplane?
No, he asked for my current role, right?
No, yes, what's your goal?
Oh, my
Yeah.
goal. Well,
Airplane.
they seem to be going in a different direction than me, but I'll help them out until our paths part.
Yes. Especially the very, the sad truth of youth is accepting that when people must part ways. I myself have had to part ways with many people that I cared very deeply about. So I'm not sure that I can offer you anything, unfortunately. I do have something that will help in the quest that I believe that Brugar and his party are continuing on. But if you don't believe you're following with them, I'm afraid I might not have much for you. But it has been a pleasure to meet you, and I do hope that you have enjoyed your time at this party. I did hear your performance earlier. It was a truly
She pulls out a scrap
beautiful
of paper
performance.
and she writes down Magical Fantasia all nice and pretty on it and slides it under the curtain.
She doesn't put lipstick on and kiss it.
No, she's a pop star, not a.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
She's
says
a pop star / superhero, not a sex symbol.
Yeah, and he says
I mean,
I'm
what?
sure that.
What do you think pop stars are? Okay, yeah.
Fair enough.
I understand some of them are, but not all of them are.
Oh, but the community will make them
Right.
that. It's
Magical
not whether or not they
Fantasia.
are.
What they can
just
think
become.
in their own bedrooms
Okay.
is their thing. That's not
Magical
Chris's-
Fantasia's going. She's going for the wholesome, like,
Yeah.
pop star approach.
Uh-oh.
On the wholesome pop star approach.
Until she
Yeah.
goes all Miley on
She's
us.
Hannah Montana until she becomes Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah,
he's
well,
gonna have to
Pluto will have
assassinate
to
her
roleplay
previous
that on
identity
his
as
own.
Magical Fantasia.
She's gonna get older and just be like, oh, I'm an adult.
So yeah, he tells you you don't seem the type to want to have an easy life, but if you ever do tire of struggle, then you are most welcome here.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but I can't seem to sit down and stay in one place for too long. Especially when there's a
Yes.
lot of injustices in the world.
Well, I do hope you continue your attempts and endeavors bringing justice to this world. I'm sure it is
I'll sure
a
do my best.
long and arduous journey, but you seem to have the strong will needed for it.
Especially
he
when
does-
it comes to mind-affecting effects.
Oh, yes. I better keep that in mind if I ever have to fight you. No. No, he doesn't say that, but he claps as to call his servant back in and says,
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
I go and I let
Yeah, it's Foth's turn next.
Savath to go have the one-on-one.
So yeah, he goes over and asks for Savath this time.
Voss confused. Why?
Lord Kabaru would like to speak with you.
Yeah, she grabs another cookie and then convinces Gorg to come along.
Okay. And they actually let Gorg come along too. And both of you are brought back same situation here, where again there's a little kind of see-through curtain. You could see the silhouette of Lord Kabarus, presumably at least, sitting on the other side. And he says, Savath, Gorig.
Gorg walks up to
pleasure
the
to-
curtain and like pushes it aside.
Okay. Well, when you do that, you see the guy that was sitting there vanishes.
Oh no! Gorg
And you
looks
still hear his voice.
confused.
He says, that's not very nice. I would prefer to keep my privacy, if you don't mind.
Contingency vanished.
I figured somebody was going to try it, so.
Gorg wants to be personable. You can't be personable behind a curtain.
Little does he know I have C invisibility. Do I? No, I don't. I have glitter
Gorg
dust, though.
slowly puts the curtain down, slightly apologetic.
Okay. You don't see his silhouette reappear, but you
Yeah.
continue hearing his voice from the other side of the curtain. So he says, "Tell me a little about yourself.
Uh,
I've heard a lot about you."
yeah, I also don't really talk to strangers in that sense.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose we are still strangers after all. Perhaps you would be willing to just answer a few questions for me then?
Depends.
What? Tell me, what are your goals traveling with Brugar?
She was talking about a crazy dragon.
Yes, I heard. I don't believe Brugar told me it directly, but I have heard mention that he has said something of spitting in the face of a powerful, in his words, mad dragon.
Yes, I'm curious.
Hmm. So as am I, to be honest.
Oh.
I do hope that perhaps someday you will meet this dragon then.
Why do you hope that I meet this dragon?
I'm just wishing good things for you.
Why?
Well, I'm hoping that someday that perhaps if I help you even in some small way, that perhaps someday you will help me in return, even if it is in also a small way. One does not get to positions such as what I am in without accumulating lots of favors. Sometimes very small favors, but they add up.
Now, we're not talking like blood contracts or anything, are we?
Oh no, of course not. Nothing so savage.
And what exactly is it that you need help with?
Just nothing right now. With any luck, I will never need any help, but you never know. You have to be prepared for anything, correct? You surely, as someone working in living as dangerous a life as you've lived, understands that you have to be prepared for anything.
This is a very vague quest, though.
What, your quest or
It's
mine?
the opposite of a fetch quest. Here, I give you thing. Come back later.
Yeah. Well, I suppose in the meantime, if you don't have any other particular goal yourself, I do hope that you will help Brugar with his quest. I've taken a bit of an interest in it myself.
Okay. Well, I don't have any ill will, and if your wishes are within reason, sure, I will help you out.
Oh, this is very pleasing to hear.
Korg pulls the curtain back just to see if what's behind there.
He's still not there.
He's snooping
Yeah,
now.
you just see he sees like an empty chair sitting there with like a little table next to it, like an end table kind of, and it has like a wine glass sitting on it.
Aw, he doesn't have his wine anymore.
Not right now, yeah. But yeah, he says, "Well, I appreciate this little chat we've had, and I do hope that you've enjoyed your time here at this party that we've had, this little event."
Gorg pipes up and says, I am.
And he does his little clap and says, "It was a pleasure meeting you." And kind of the servant kind of comes in, motions for you to follow him back out to the main event.
Savath kind of just like shrugs as she looks around the room. Obviously, she doesn't know who to look at, so she's like, whatever, and then walks out of the room.
All right. And so yeah, the party kind of continues as it was before for a little bit longer. And after a little while, like kind of someone stands up to like on the little center stage there and says like, "This will conclude the festivities, but if you do not have somewhere to stay, you are there. We can arrange somewhere within the tower for you to stay overnight." Uh, and then someone else, like while this is kind of going on, someone approaches, kind of another servant kind of comes up to Brugar with like a little package and kind of hands it to you and says, "Lord Kabaru would like you to have this."
Alright, I accept it.
It's a little like package, kind of like a small kind of like a box, kind of think the size of like kind of like the size of like a tome. It's wrapped in kind of like bundled in like a paper.
Alright.
Not very festive looking paper, mind you, but it's kind of wrapped almost like a present.
Hmm.
And yeah, he has it to you. He says, Lord Kabaru says that he is very, very pleased that you agreed to come here, and he very much enjoyed discussing with all of you.
Alright, I tell him I'm sure he'll hear more about my deeds.
Yes, he hopes to. And he asks you, like, do you need a place to stay, or do you already have your own arrangements?
I tell him that I've already got accommodations.
Okay. Then I wish you safe travels tonight, sir.
I think I'm gonna take my coat back.
All right. And then, yeah, that wraps up the party.
Alright.
I would
I'm gonna
say
make my way back to the. Oh, sorry.
I would say notably stays there. he's hanging out at the party
Okay.
still. He's hanging out the after party.
How convenient.
How convenient for me.
Yeah.
Well, careful
Okay,
with
so
that.
you're
We
gonna
don't
have,
know what
like,
it
a
is.
To check out the gift until I
3.25
get back to
person
my
party.
room.
Savas says careful with that. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, we don't. I'm
Okay.
gonna see what it is back at my inn room.
So you go back to the commons and wait till you get there to figure out to look at what it is.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get back, does anyone
It's a
you
bomb.
have anyone come with you to do it, or are you just gonna open it like on your own and look at it just by yourself?
Well, I mean, it was handed to him
Are you
for the
interested
party as the party
see
was
what's in
there.
this
So
package?
Savatha's already like mentioned
Oh,
careful
I already know
with
it's in the
that.
I mean, if it's-
package.
I'll, just to be cautious, I'll detect magic at it.
You do not detect magic on it.
Okay.
Oh, well, there's that. As long as it doesn't
Well, it's a
explode.
book. I have
bomb.
no interest in books.
It's a mechanical bomb.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see
I also
what
have
it
no
is,
interest
then you
in
may
reading.
come to the room and see what it is. So then I'll start
I mean,
opening it.
knowledge is power. So
Knowledge is power.
Okay. So
also
when you
power
open
is
it,
power.
it is a book.
Woo! Gasp.
All right.
It doesn't have anything on. It's like a blank cover, and it looks like it's
Does it
a
look old?
like freshly. It's new. It looks freshly bound.
Oh. It's a spell book.
When you open it, it has like a handwritten note that says this book was copied from an original source that I happen to have. I've given it out to a few other people that are on similar quests, but it should be helpful if you choose to continue, if you choose to try and defeat Deklosar. And it's signed Lord Victe Kabaru.
All right.
What's in it for him?
Who knows?
Paper.
And yeah, you spend some time to like read through it. Do you hand it off to someone else to
Yeah.
read it?
I'll look through it.
So it mostly looks like it's talking about it looks like it's like starting out and has descriptions about stuff about rather than Declausar, it's describing stuff about Kirkonis. And then it has some stuff about Lamash too, and it talks about their about basically when Lamash about how Lamashtu orchestrated the death of Kirkonis. But
Alright.
there's
Thing
like
how to kill a god.
Lamash is such
it
a
has
bitch,
a
man.
spot. It has a spot where it indicates a like it kind of details. It has like kind of a diagram that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to Brugar unless you have knowledge planes. But has like a diagram in there, and it kind of says something to the effect of like this is where Lamashtu lured Kirkonis into fighting. And there's kind of like another like most of this is all like kind of it's copied from another book, but you see there's like a spot that's obviously in like different handwriting and like looks like kind of like it's in the margins basically. And it says like this could probably be recreated to lure Declausar the same way that Lamashtu lured Kirkonis.
Alright.
Oh.
And it's kind of written in the same script, like note as what like in the front page. Basically, it's like Kobaru's handwriting.
Lure.
Okay, well this whatchamacallit. This will be useful further down the road.
Yeah, you're like this probably isn't useful right now, but you can kind of see why this is going to be useful in the future.
We should all read it, at least in the meantime.
Yeah, if you guys want to look at it, I hand it to you guys.
I think important people should read it first. I don't know who that is, though, anymore. Who is important in the
Does
party?
anyone have int?
I don't know if you guys have like a knowledge bot type character in this party,
Yeah.
really.
We
Not
don't.
really.
I guess
Philippe.
Gorg
Adiana
+2.
has knowledge planes. She has +8
Mhm.
on her knowledge planes.
Gorg's it.
Does Raziel have knowledge planes or just knowledge religion?
Nope. Just
I shouldn't even know if he
religion
has-
for now.
I don't even think his knowledge religion is all that good, really, but he has it technically, I
Nope,
think,
it's
right?
not. Yep.
I have maxed out knowledge arcana if that helps.
No, not especially. So a lot of the stuff in this book, like especially towards the back end of it's like very technical,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems to be something where you think like maybe it's detailing not only about like where exactly like a planar location to go to, but also kind of like a calling or gate ritual of some sort to like bring Declausar or how it was originally used to bring Kirkonis. But you think like it seems to kind of indicate like a ritual to kind of like tie into that like being. And like from one of the margin notes, it kind of has like a couple spots where it says you need to replace this with this and this with this, but the rest of it should apply. Like it has kind of some notes about how to adapt it written in the margin by Lord Kabaru.
Okay.
So you get the sense from reading the margin notes that maybe Lord Kabaru has some knowledge of planar and magic type stuff, or if he doesn't, he had somebody who does help him like compile these notes. But it's in his handwriting, so it makes you think it probably is him.
I mean, have we seen him write anything?
Yeah, he wrote the note in the front of the And also the
But
invitation was in his handwriting. I guess you haven't physically seen him write anything, so maybe nothing you've seen has actually been his handwriting. That's fair.
Yeah. It's all in the same handwriting of him or his scribe.
Correct. So, yep, that is something for you.
We were looking for a way to kill a god. Well, Philippe was. Long time
Yeah, you
ago.
found
We got
something
it.
that at least will help you with killing one particular god, which is something. Now, granted, this is just a way to get him there. It doesn't. You'd still end up having to fight him as well. It does say something about like this ritual bringing him in that would bind him into this plane would also like weaken him in some form, but that he would still be very formidable. So,
Right. Like, at least you're not facing him on his home turf.
correct. Because that's one of the things that it says in there was like Lamashtu knew that if she tried to go like directly to his realm, she would just get smacked down. She had to lure him away from his own personal realm, because when a deity, even if it's a like a demigod even, but a deity in general, just they're at their strongest when they're in their own domain. They have like full power over their own personal domain. So in order to get them, you have to pull them out of it. And I'll give everyone 3,000 experience for
Yay!
making it through the party without offending Lord Kabaru or anything.
3,000
Easy-
experience. Of
Easiest
man.
3,000 experience. Plus, you managed to get a hold of, even though, I mean, it was possible you guys could have fucked it up and not gotten it, but yeah, you guys did
so I'm
fuck it
at
up.
155,020 experience.
All right.
Yeah, same.
I believe
Yep.
that's correct.
That's correct.
All right. So let's see. What should we do now?
Read
Should we
this
start
book and
making
prepare.
preparations? Well, I mean,
So you guys
we
are
have.
still level 12 right now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you guys get a pretty long way away from 13.
I mean, we have the knowledge now, but we technically haven't like read the book yet. Obviously, it's a book, and it takes time to read the book. But I'm sure we need to get materials and
theoretically, though,
plot and...
if you really wanted, you guys probably could get, even if you had to hire someone to help with it, you guys could theoretically use this right now and go like to the planar location it's telling you to go and summon Deklosar and fight him right now. I don't recommend that, but you can do it if you want.
I think that's a bad plan.
We need to figure out what we're gonna do when we summon him. Like,
You have the power.
I veto
You
this
veto
plan. While I am still here, I veto that plan.
We need to see what kind of magical items we need to fight him. Defenses.
Yeah, you need epic level weapons.
Well, I mean, presumably helping the frickin' dragon will get us those epic level weapons.
Yes, this mad.
That is-
Yeah, but his friend is a demi-lich.
Well, I mean, then we have to go to that plane again and start solving that mystery.
But how do we get his friend back if he's a demi-lich?
I don't know.
We're gonna kill him.
Good
Yeah.
question. I like these sorts of questions that players ask.
We'll just have to see where the where the plot goes.
Maybe something will come up. Maybe you
You
guys will have to think on
kindly
your feet.
explain to the mad dragon
Let's
Jin
go.
is dead.
Okay, Savath doesn't know this, but let's go talk to those children.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna look around more this time.
Let's talk to the first
You
thing
need to
we were
buy
like,
some
"Meh."
things to prepare
And walked past.
Though, right? Like, you at least need a
Yeah.
scroll of consecrate.
Well, do we have the funds for that, just outright?
I don't know, do you?
We need that for the lich, right?
I'm not the one who's using it, so who's casting this bitch?
Me.
Raziel's probably casting
And
it.
no, we don't have the funds. Unless you guys have a lot of money, maybe you do.
How much is it?
I do have some money I can give to you.
We did the math last time. I don't remember. It was a lot, like 10,000, somewhere in there.
But that's assuming, because you also need a lot to be able to just, if you have to try to beat it as well anyway. So. Which, like
I
said,
think I can
don't-
take on this foe.
oh, you do now.
Yes, I do.
Alright. I'm
I will
assuming though
take
after
whatever stat block the GM hands me that is not Trissa.
Oh, is
You can
some
play
random
Vodic.
stranger gonna join us? Oh, do you want to play Gorig?
if you guys go to if you guys go there, then like Trissa's not gonna follow to the demi-plane. So that was one of the things we were talking about, is if you guys ended up going there while Mantis was still here, Mantis was like, well, I'll probably just
Yeah,
build
we're
a
not going
seat
there
before-
anytime soon.
or something. But I don't think you guys were planning to go there anyway, like immediately. I think you guys still were
Not
gonna do some other
immediately?
stuff.
Hmm.
No,
I don't know.
we need
Maybe you
to
guys are changing your
prepare.
mind?
We need to make money. We need to level up. We need to, like, just to do the minimum.
Okay, let's make
So
some
we can have
money.
the
I mean,
protection
do you
we
need
need.
to
Let's
level
go
up to
find
do
the
the
job
minimum?
boards
Like,
and who's
I
king
mean,
of
we
us.
need a shit ton more money. Right? Like, I can have 1/5 level spell. That's one less scroll we have to buy. It's gonna be easier than getting the money, I think.
You
Okay.
can't cast
I don't
with
have to
level
roll
spells
the-
yet, right?
Right, I need one more level.
Okay.
Savath recommends we go look at a job board and see what's going for the highest money. This is
Yeah.
what
I mean,
Savath
you guys
and
can
Gorig
turn in
used
for the
to
night
do.
anyway.
Yeah.
I
It's,
feel like a mere job board might not have what we want. I think we're gonna need to use
Yeah.
our connections and our
Well, maybe we
pull
should
to
have asked
find
that
something.
guy
Get
that
money?
just gave us the book.
go back and talk to Lord Kabaru.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna give us levels either. Granted,
Hey,
we
are
don't
you-
know we're gonna get
Are
levels.
you sure you don't have something you need done like right now?
Well, but we
Can't
do
buy
have
levels.
we have charisma skills. We have ways of getting people
You wanna level up by
to
talking?
respond to us.
This is why
So
I'm
we
saying
might be
job
able
board is
to-
it's 2 birds, 1 stone. You're getting money and experience.
I mean, I'm also saying in character that a job board might not have what we're like exactly what we're looking for.
Okay.
I agree.
Cuz like we're pretty powerful.
You guys have probably out-leveled general job boards. Like that's yeah, I agree with what Matt's saying here. Like job boards are like what you do when you're like a level 4 adventurer or something like that.
We
In
could go kill a
Kaer
dragon.
Maga? This is Kaer Maga.
Even in
though,
Kaer
but-
Maga, a level 12 character going to a job board probably is going to not find very much use.
We could
Alright,
wander
fine.
around under
Moving
the
on.
city and kill things.
But we do know people.
Yeah, you do.
And we do have
so-
social skills.
The
I
next
can
morning.
tell stories of oh, okay.
So the next morning, I'm assuming you guys, after like look at this book and kind of discussing this about it, you guys eventually go to sleep.
Yeah.
So now it'd be about March 19th-ish, according to my general calendar that I sometimes forget about, but most of the time try to keep advancing. But yeah, it's spring. Yeah, somebody who you do know comes and finds you guys.
Okay.
All right.
It's Votik, if you remember him.
I do remember
Token's been
Kodak. He's
he's
part of the
been here the whole
the
time.
Dusk
Savath
Vigil.
doesn't, but
the Dusk Wardens, yeah. Yeah, no,
Dust
Mantis
Wardens,
didn't
yeah.
remember him either, apparently. He thought the token was like, is that Delpho? And I'm like, no, it's not Delpho.
Oh, I introduced him to Savath, and the others have
Delpho
met him
also
before.
has a beard, though.
That
He
when we first
does.
came here, Votik was one of the ones who originally helped us out.
Yeah, he was the guy who like led you guys through the Undercity when you guys like into Akai's little like laboratory basically.
Yeah.
And he also helped you guys fight Akai as well.
Mhm.
I think he got knocked unconscious or something like that, but somebody ended up picking up. He has an adamantine dagger, and somebody ended up like taking it during the fight to get like through the hardness on one of the golems or something. I think, if I remember right, his dagger was like Vodik wasn't MVP, but his dagger was MVP or something like that for like one of the fights against like a golem.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He had like an adamantine dagger, so like he could do damage.
yeah, exactly. He wasn't terribly like strong or anything, but yeah. So he comes in. He says, yeah, like I heard you were in town, and I was hoping that you could help us with something that we stumbled upon under Kaer Maga that's causing a lot of worry within the Dusk Wardens.
Well, let's hear it.
All right, so yeah, he
And I
tells
gather
you.
the other...
He tells you it's kind of close to like where the lake is underneath Kaer Maga, and they're not sure what exactly tripped it off, but there is kind of like this strange like portal like device down there that seems to have been activated, and there's something on the other side of it that's been like reaching through and thrashing about, and they're worried that it's gonna like come through. So they want to deactivate the portal, but they can't get to it.
This sounds sufficiently dangerous.
It's very dangerous. We've already lost a couple men trying to get to it last time, and I don't think we have anyone within the Dusk Wardens who's capable of this task. But I seem to remember you being a very capable sort.
I and my band of companions. This is
I
the
don't
sort of
believe I've
danger
met
where
them.
this is the sort of danger that is worthy of our prestige. And I assume that there is a reward.
Yes, pay quite a high price for you to get rid of this. We have a chest with 5,000 gold that we'd be willing to give out for this.
Brugger is like, no, 5,000 gold each.
Well, that'll bankrupt us.
I know. I'm sorry, that was out of character, just because that's what Brugger always does when negotiating.
I tell him that the 5,000 gold will do, and perhaps just some favors.
Of course.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, if you guys are willing to do that, that was kind of the other thing I'd prepared.
Wait, what is this thing we're trying to get rid of?
Okay, so he's
there's
gonna
a portal that's been...
We're trying to close a portal.
Oh.
So we
okay.
use the object that pulls in planes and make the problem worse. Yeah.
No.
I think that is what caused it.
Why can't this guy go to Japan?
That is a way to do it. Is a thing you can do is you could use that there and make things worse. That is true.
That is an option.
Yeah, so
it's not a good option.
It's not a. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a bad option necessarily. I mean, it depends what your goals are, really. But yeah, he tells you that yeah, basically, it's kind of like it looks like this kind of green kind of orb, and they think like you might be able to go in there and manipulate it in some way. But our plan was to just smash it. But
you know,
I
really
might be able to manipulate it in some way. Sounds like use magic device to me.
I
Yeah,
know
he
someone
tells-
who's really good at smashing portals.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's exactly the kind of skill set we need for this task.
I'm not
And he also
actually
tells
very good
you.
at that.
I mean, from what I've seen, you are.
Like, I'm not actually very good at that. Like, I have the item to do
Well,
it.
technically, you didn't
That
see, you
doesn't
only
mean I'm
heard.
good at it.
Or you found out, so to
It's
say.
okay. They don't need to know that.
So yeah, what he tells you is that when you try to approach it, though, swarms of writhing tentacles shoot out and keep
Oh God.
prevent you from getting
Like,
to it.
actual swarms?
Not
Tentacles.
mechanically swarms, no, but
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Tentacles.
they don't count as swarms. No,
But
they're not immune
tentacle.
to all weapon damage, but they are
It's
tentacles.
gonna be scary.
Do you have freedom of movement to cast on me? Thanks.
I do not, unfortunately, says
Uh,
Vodek.
I ask my cleric, my pocket cleric.
He's like, I am a level 5
I can't
rogue.
do it today.
We haven't.
Actually-
You haven't prepared all your spells. You have a slot or so open.
What level is
No,
Vodek
I
again?
prepared
the
all my
morning.
spells.
I have a stat block somewhere.
Because I'm not a good cleric, and I prepare all my spells every day.
Oh my god.
Because I'm too lazy to change my sheet, so I only change it when I know I need to. That's
seems
the
reasonable.
reality of the situation. But by default, I should have a couple spells left unprepared at this point, especially. But I just haven't done it.
Oh, okay, no. Vodek is level 6. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he still can't cast freedom of movement.
Oh, where's
Do you have any
Uh,
clerics in your midst?
You don't have very strong clerics, no, but we do have
Oh,
clerics.
okay.
If you need any cure light wounds or cure moderate wounds, then let us know. Or lesser restoration, we can do that one for you too.
Well, I guess I will go buy a scroll of this.
Okay.
For
Why don't we just wait till tomorrow?
Because it's a pressing thing, right?
Yeah, they're worried
I mean,
that
it's
if
been
we
that way
don't take
for a
care of
while,
this,
isn't it?
no, it's been
They
like
had
that
other
for a
people
few
try?
days. Yeah, it's been like that for a couple
Yeah, it's
days,
one
and
more day.
it feels like it's getting worse.
I'm gonna go buy a scroll of freedom of movement for myself because grappled casters are no fun.
Yeah. Well, I've got my
Yeah.
unfettered shirt, so I'm good.
Whatever, I don't
It's
need
okay.
to cast.
Adiana can't be
House
grappled.
attack.
She always has freedom of movement. If only she could lay some of that onto me.
That would be really useful.
It's the same level as plane shift, right? No,
You
it's
guys ready for
level.
some glorious
It's a
MS
level
Paint
lower.
maps?
You know that's my favorite.
Good. It's my favorite too.
Thank you for telling me that there are tentacles ahead of time.
Oh yeah, we
Surely
want you
they
to
would tell us
succeed.
what
So
they've seen.
of course we're gonna tell you.
I'm saying GM.
I know, but I'm gonna stay in character and say Vodek says, "Oh, thanks for acknowledging how helpful I am. I am the most helpful NPC ever."
He's not entirely wrong. Eh, 700 gold, whatever. I will get 300 net from this job.
There you go. You're still making a profit. In theory.
Oh. Oh.
But yeah, he tells you as well, like, these tentacles have caused some structural damage, as you'll see when you get down there as well. But we can't. That's part of the thing too, why we need to clear it. Even if it doesn't manage to come through this portal that it seems to be like coming through, we need to get rid of it just so we can fix the structural damage, even if like it isn't going to progress any further from there.
Yep. Well, beating back monsters is what I do best.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, he's gonna lead you guys through the Undercity now.
And if I happen to kill it, then I guess it's a bonus.
All right. Let's
And yeah, he tells you, like I said, I'm pretty sure we just need to smash the portal, and we can stop any more of these tentacles from reaching through. And yeah, lead you through. You guys are underground at this point, and he's kind of leading you through kind of these strange underground ancient passages.
All right.
Which, as I think he's mentioned before, maybe another Duskward has mentioned before, but most of the Undercity of Kaer Maga has been here since before the Thessalonian Empire. Like it used to be believed by a lot of people that this was built by the Rune Lords, but now it's more accepted knowledge that the Rune Lords like found it already here when they first came to Varisia. And I'm going to pull you guys to a map that apparently is represented by Brugar's token now. That's funny. All right. So here's the glorious MS Paint map.
Oh my god.
So
It's incredible.
He leads you into
I like how there's like not a white background.
Oh yeah, it's gray and stuff.
That's actually the easiest part of the MS Paint maps.
Oh my god, no, stop ruining it.
Stop fucking...
Stop ruining the MS Paint map. So what you guys are seeing here, the dark blue is where there's water pouring in. The light blue is kind of a pool of water. It looks like the water's kind of moving around a lot, like there's some sort of current that's kind of pulling it towards like the bottom right area for the most part. So there might be like a hole under the water somewhere in this area, but you can't see it right now. The black areas here are like pillars or walls in this case here.
These are some
and you can
big
kind of
ass
see
pillars. This is a big building.
This is a very big building, yeah.
I mean, we're in the underground, so yeah.
The ceilings in this particular area that you're in reach up like 30 feet. Like this is a very wide, open, cavernous area.
Okay, I'm going to the ceiling.
Yeah, think like the little
I believe I can fly.
Think like the Mines of Moria hallways thing that they run into. Think like that.
It's more than 30 feet, but yes, I get the picture.
Yeah, this is smaller than that, but that's the kind of idea.
So we're fighting a Balrog.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what it is? Except for me, I
you
know.
know.
What it is. But yeah, and then you kind of see this kind of green orb over here. Where there's kind of like this kind of swirling kind of glow around it. And it's very kind of eerily quiet, and Vodic kind of says, like, if we go much further, that those tentacles might start attacking.
Do they come out of the green orb?
They come out of the area all around this, within like a certain distance of the green orb, and we haven't pinpointed that exact number, unfortunately. But it seems to be maybe just past these pillars up right ahead of us here, where the room kind of opens and turns, close to where that pool of water is. The tentacles smashed. There used to be a couple pillars over there. They got smashed where that water's leaking in.
All right.
So where did the tentacles come from? Did they just like come out of thin air?
Yes, they come out of thin air. I think they're reaching in from another plane or something.
Okay. We'll see if Adiana confirms that.
She doesn't
Probably
know.
not.
So what do you guys do?
I cast my scroll. I have my buffs on. And before we run in there, I'll cast haste.
I'll buff up as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me figure out what I'm gonna buff up.
my whole build is about buffing.
I pull out my whatchamacallit, my Warhammer and shield, and I will activate my unfettered shirt, so I have freedom of movement for 10 minutes.
Oh, and I will take some strength damage to give Brugar stone skin and myself
doing,
stone
like,
skin.
Rounds
thank
per
you.
level, or can I do other stuff?
You can do some rounds per level as like your last buffs if you want. Just keep in mind.
Wait,
Oh
do
no,
we know
I
what
have
we're
10
Like
strength.
Trissa's going to be casting haste as soon as you go in. All you know is that it's some sort of extra planar tentacles.
Yeah. So we don't have any knowledges of resistances and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, not yet. When you see one, you can roll a knowledge on it.
You know what? I'm not going to be smashing this thing.
Alright, I'm gonna put the
Also, I'll give
strength on.
Brugar my adamantine pickaxe
Okay.
What?
to borrow.
What the heck is this?
He gives you a pickaxe.
I'm gonna cast shield.
I give it
To
back.
smash the gate, easy.
It's not a hammer.
I'm gonna cast false life.
Okay, I give it to Savath.
Wait, not false life. What are you giving me?
Zavoth gets an oversized for her pickaxe.
What?
You can use it
Yeah,
as a
you
tuna
can
weapon.
smash the gate with it if you get close. And I will give Savath
Why do I
also
need to
stone
smash the
skin.
gate?
Alright, so Brugar's gonna walk up there. Is anybody going with Brugar, or is he just gonna walk up there on
I'm
his own
still
to start
trying
things
to
out?
buff. I don't know, man.
Alright.
Wait till we finish buffing, and when we say 3, 2, 1, go, I'm going to cast haste on the party.
Okay.
Yep, I'm doing my 3 spells there in order.
Why are you handing me a
Last one
pickaxe?
is
Because I'm gonna
1
have
minute.
my great sword out that I hold
Okay,
in
I'll
two
I'll
hands.
keep the pickaxe.
Okay. Thank you. I wanted to figure that out. I'm like, why? Why though? Why? What do we need it for?
To smash the portal.
Oh, well, you're the portal smashing queen, honey.
I'm
That's what I
not
said.
actually. Like, you guys have redonkulous strength bonuses.
It's
I'm not
you have
getting near that portal.
experience.
You guys chose not to
Experience
accept
trumps
the
strength.
adamantine weapon.
Alright, okay. But no, I wanna not have that. Unless, I'll grab it from you if I need it, okay?
Okay, I'll have it in hand to throw at you.
Alright. Okay, I don't see a reason to dragon form, so I'm not gonna. Oh, what
You
I
are a
will
dragon.
do is sort of. I have form of the dragon, which means more things. I get bigger, basically. However, I am bolstering, so I'm all like very buff right now. I'm gonna cast see invisibility on myself,
Sure.
just in case. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, and we're gonna get hasted at the last second, so let me turn that on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Gorg's gonna wait on the inspire. We're gonna hold off on that. He doesn't have very many.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. We go.
Okay.
And I move up. We all move up like 40 feet.
Hopefully the squishy's behind.
Yep. Go ahead and position
All right.
yourself where you'd want to be.
I'm gonna be up in the air, like 30 feet and up here.
Oh, jeez.
I'll also actually cast the storm power on myself and fly in the air.
I'll let her be next to the water. I ain't doing it.
I'll be up here.
Okay. So when you do,
Wait, did Gorg cast spells?
blurg, tentacles. A mass of tentacles appears out, and everyone can roll initiative.
Blah! Purple tentacles.
Let me get the.
I like purple. Oh man, I didn't see it coming. Tentacles. Okay.
Ah, shit, I forgot to click on my.
Please don't be as scary as that thing in Second Darkness.
Oh.
I don't think so. Oh no, I know that thing intimately.
This is it's a sort of similar style of encounter in a sense, but it's
Yeah,
probably
the
not as
setting
scary as
reminds
that
me
one.
of it, but no, it shouldn't be as scary as that thing. Because the crazy part is that the PCs aren't even supposed to kill the thing.
We got damn close though.
No,
Didn't
you
we?
just killed its tentacles.
Yeah, that thing was like it was part
I'm
of a
talking about
different
actually killing
dimension,
it.
right?
I think we got close to killing all the tentacles and stopping it from being able to like have any more of them in there, but the actual
So yeah,
creature would
you
have
hurt
still...
it enough to like get it to fuck off.
Yeah. But if we'd like gone over to like its plane or something, or like I think it had an ability theoretically if when it
No,
grappled
yeah,
you, that
if it could have pulled somebody that was
into its
weakened
plane,
or
yeah.
helpless into its plane.
And then you
And I had a map set up with like its token and like an abyssal hellscape.
No,
Yeah.
you showed us that.
Yeah. That thing is super scary.
Because we decided we were.
Oh, I need to roll.
Like,
I need to
nope.
roll Votic's initiative because Votic is going to be super helpful.
Oh, I didn't roll initiative.
Do you really?
Probably not, but I'm going to roll it anyway just in case he does.
Does Haste give an initiative bonus?
I don't think it does technically.
It's not
No.
giving me one.
It doesn't come up very often though, because normally you
It's just
cast, you know,
Dex.
because a lot of times you cast haste like
Nope.
during like first round.
Haste
of it,
is
'cause it's
just
round per
Dex.
level.
Or initiative is just Dex.
Wait, was my initiative correct? Yeah, it was okay.
And feats and traits.
Oh yes, Gorks. Yes.
Right, but
And sometimes class features.
haste won't give you that stuff. I think haste could
And
possibly give you
sometimes
Dex. It's not gonna give you
spells.
a other thing.
Alright.
Okay, is everybody on here?
I'm there.
Everyone that's supposed to be on here on here?
Yes.
Alright.
I guess none of us noticed that
Savat?
Alcai's not with us today.
Oh yeah, I would say he's still hanging out at that
I
at the
wonder
sweet
what happened
party.
to him. Oh well, let's go do this.
He's banging
I mean,
like
he's
everybody.
hanging
Oh,
with the
God.
party.
He's doing dragon
Yeah.
things.
He's in the after party right now, which is very
Still going.
very still going on, yeah.
Noted.
It's the very it's where all the real carnal stuff's going on. Alright, so Voth gets to go first.
Fun. Okay.
So you see the tentacles appear, but you react quicker than anyone else.
Oh yeah, I probably have the great sword out, but that'll do. I will not run in first, and
Okay. If you have knowledge planes, you can roll that here as well.
no, Gorg's the smarty pants. It's starting to upset her that she's getting surpassed by this young little thing. Do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna cast anything. I will. I don't have reach. It probably does. Damn. Tentacles. Damn, being a blood rager fucking sucks, man. I have like no spells, or when I do cast a spell, I'm out of spells. God damn it.
Yeah, because you're not a caster. You cast spells and such.
I know, it's just like I have like 6 level 2 spells, but I can only cast 2, and it's like, shit. I should have. I was gonna do mirror image, but that's fine. I won't do mirror image. I'm gonna 5-foot step. I don't really want to provoke, so I'm gonna 5-foot step here, and I guess take a total defense.
Okay.
I know it's very eventful.
Its first attack's gonna go after Raziel. Raziel gets some cover.
Lucky me.
Very lucky for you. 15 probably
shit,
misses
I
your
went before
flat-footed
it.
AC
That
though.
means that it wouldn't. Oh, whatever. I screwed up.
Yes.
Unless they had combat
misses my
reflexes.
I have
flat-footed
really
AC.
high armor.
It might actually. It
He's
might.
gonna
I don't
attack you again. 18.
Also misses flat-footed. My flat-footed
Alright.
is 25.
Attack
which
you
seems
again.
high.
Hey, we
gotcha.
did it. This is with its.
Damn
This
it.
is a smaller tentacle though.
know. James cheering for
If I didn't say what the number was, you wouldn't have beaten it. It's only 'cause I
himself.
said the
Oh yeah,
number.
that's how Roll20
Yeah, that's
works.
totally it.
It's listening to me, man. It
No,
has
Google's
its
listening.
ears on me.
You take 7 damage, and it's going to. This is the smaller tentacles here. They're going to attempt to trip you as well.
What if I told you that my... Oh, maybe I haven't activated that yet. Okay, whatever. Yeah, like... Wait, I'm in the air. It's tripping me when I'm in the air?
Nope, I guess it doesn't.
It wants to
Because
trip
they're
you.
flying. It wants to trip you.
It grabs my leg and tries to, like, pull it out from underneath me, but I'm just
Yeah.
still flying.
It's got one more attack it's going to attempt to do on you, but that one misses. And now it's
Rude.
Magical Fantasia's turn.
What is this, Ariana?
Yeah. What is it?
It looks disgusting.
Ooh.
So I don't think that's quite.
Oh.
So okay, so you do know a little bit about this. You know it's an outsider. And you know that it also has traits of like an aberration as well. You know that it doesn't have any particular like resistances other than like it has DR. But Adiana knows that she can kind of tell from looking at like its skin that it is vulnerable to cold or acid.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm not good at those things.
And she can kind of tell that it looks like it has like these like suckers on it that it looks like if it grabbed you, it probably, especially on the larger tentacles, that it might have a like blood drain effect.
It's a good thing it can't grab me. I'm gonna see if it has a mind. Mind thrust. Will save.
Will save. Okay. I think it probably failed. It's a 13.
Yeah, it fails. It takes 38 damages.
All right, you do some damage. Some of the tentacles recoil in pain, apparent pain. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
I'm 30 feet in the air, so I'm maybe
it's,
far enough away
It's
from
my
it.
turn after Magical Fantasias. I rolled a 15, but I didn't select my
Oh,
token.
okay. Sorry about that.
So could you just put
let
me...
me-
It's okay, I was going to tell you before it went past my turn.
All right, you're
But
on there now.
I'm
15.
It's correct.
All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
So I'll just take my turn. I'm going to take a 5-foot step forward. I'm going to use combat expertise and attack the tentacles with a full round.
All right. Okay. It looks like only the haste attack hits it,
Okay, I hit it for 19.
and it looks like not all the damage goes through.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Razel, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna fly. 5-foot fly. That's a thing, right?
Sure.
And so I'm like kind of looking at an angle from behind Brugar here.
Sure.
And I'm gonna rain holy fury of knives on him.
Okay, just be aware. Ranged attacks do provoke attack opportunities.
Oh, against tentacles.
If these have 10-foot reach, which you think from looking at it that they probably do, you might have to eat an attack
But
opportunity.
wait, I thought I was like 20, 30 feet in the air. Am I not? I guess, yeah, you wouldn't be able to attack me then. Okay,
You did
well, I
not
guess
specify.
Then you would have
We're not-
provoked
yeah,
from
I-
movement if you were going that high up.
Well, not if he's
I'm
5 foot
5-foot
flying.
Yeah.
I mean, can I like 5-foot fly back this way and stay at the
You
same
can.
height
You're
and
still
maybe
within
be out of
reach.
range?
You're still within its reach, though. They're coming out of the like they're up in the air a
Like
little bit
this,
as well.
this is within 10-foot reach.
Then
Yeah,
I guess I'm
I don't-
going to move.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can 5-foot fly and not be within reach.
I'll just eat the attack opportunity and
Okay.
move back here. Or maybe I'll just move higher up and be closer. Yeah, I'll just move higher up.
All right. Well, I think a 30 is going to hit you this time.
Barely, yeah.
So it does 8 damage, and it's going to attempt to grab you.
Wait, how much damage did I take before?
7.
7. Okay, I forgot to write
Shit, I
down.
forgot I have
Ooh,
mobility.
36.
Damn it.
Beat your CMD.
33 is CMD.
All right. One of the tentacles has grabbed you, and it pulls you up back next to it.
Yep.
You still have standard action you can take, though.
Okay, I'll attack it.
Okay. Let's do a melee attack on it.
Yeah.
It rolled good when it needed to.
Yeah. I'm going to attack it with my spell storing dagger, the adamantine.
Okay.
And it, as always, has a bestow curse in it.
Okay. Let's see if you hit first. That definitely does hit.
So I will choose to discharge.
And this is
bestow
the
curse.
adamantine dagger, not the.
Oh, I didn't even
No.
take off 2-weapon fighting there.
Okay.
Wait, is this
isn't-
a
so this-
melee attack?
Yeah.
I assumed
Okay,
it
I
was a
have to
melee
redo it
attack
then.
because you're grappled.
I did too, but I have to change. Oh, I have one save still here. I just clicked the wrong one. Okay. I
Alright,
don't
well,
care if you
that's
want to take
better,
the
I
numbers
guess.
from the first one. Like, I don't mind, but this should be a little more accurate. I
that's
still
fine.
didn't take off the deadly aim and
So this
fighting.
is just the adamantine spell storing dagger, not like the one you got from the Phoenix.
Correct.
So, all right.
Yeah,
So
so
it
the attack is
does.
actually a little bit higher.
It does do a lot of damage and hits, and you can also go ahead and it doesn't. I just make a save versus the curse, right?
I believe so, yeah.
What's the DC
And it
on your
is
bestow curse?
third level. Third level is going to be 16.
Okay, well, it made the save, so it's not affected by the curse, but it does look like you were pretty effective with your damage on it.
Dope.
But you are grappled with one of the tentacles. Notably, though, it looks like the other tentacles are still freely moving about, so it notably does not have the grapple condition itself.
Yep.
Gorig's turn.
It's like that crab that I had you guys face.
Did you guys say anything about fire to Gorg?
Nope. I don't
It
think
doesn't
it's.
have.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
have any
doesn't seem
special
to have any
resistances
special
to it,
resistance, but
Yeah.
it's not weak to
other
it
than
either.
DR.
Alright, Gorg is going to move back a little bit over here, and he's gonna start a
Okay.
performance. This time he's not gonna tell jokes, he's gonna sing a song.
All right. He sings a little song.
Yeah.
Vodek says, "That's a great song.
Yeah.
Good job."
And y'all inspired.
Everyone's inspired. All right, round 2. Savath, it is your turn now.
Oh, already? Okay. Sivoth has many things to do. You said something about weak to cold to her.
Mhm.
So, we is going to stop total fencing. We is I don't want to do that. We is going to start raging. And then
Okay.
do I get access to this? No, okay. We are going to I'm going to drop the greatsword, but I'm going to kind of do it behind me towards Gorg.
Okay.
And bear out my claws, and we're gonna do a magical claw attack. I guess we're gonna try to power attack as well. So I can do these magic claws while I'm raging 5 times a day, which allows me to add cold element to my damage. So I'll roll all this here.
Okay.
Since
Sounds
I'm
neat.
hasted, I'm going to also full round and I guess bite twice.
All right, and you're 5-foot stepping, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna 5-foot
Up
step up there.
Okay, seems good.
Okay, oh, that's not the right number. This is bite 1.
All right, misses.
That's not the right person. Okay, bite 2. Oh shit. Okay.
Also misses.
Dang it. Okay, now I got 2 claws.
We're off to a bad start.
Bad start. Claws are the same number, so there's that.
Okay, that one hits.
Okay, and then claw 2.
That
Oh
one
my
misses.
god, secret.
These look like Fingrim numbers to me.
Okay, so this is 1d4 plus 14.
Even your hit was on a 10.
I had a really fucking on-off day last week in a game
And then the
So
1d6.
what are the damage
where
types
I
on this?
had like 2 crits and like 10 nat ones.
So the damage type is bludgeoning, slashing for the 17 damage, and then the 2 damage is cold.
Okay, the cold looks particularly effective. The slashing claw damage looks like it didn't. It looks like it was stopped by some form of DR, but did most of its damage.
Mm-hmm.
On its turn, so one of its tentacles is going to attempt to maintain the grapple on Raziel.
Rude.
Let's see here. It's going to get a bonus for maintaining as well.
Please roll badly.
36.
That is
Guessing that
not
maintains.
badly. Yep.
Alright, it's just going to do some damage to you.
Oh no, what's its strain ability?
You take 10 damage, and
Your character
One-
dies.
1 constitution damage as well. Fortunately, it's not drain, it's just damage.
Okay.
As it's
That's not too
sucking
bad.
blood out of you. One of these other arms is going to attempt to swing at Brugar. Does a 29 hit on
Nope.
Brugar. Totally misses then. The smaller tentacles are going to go after Savath. Does a 27 hit Savath?
No.
Okay, so it misses. And then a 19 misses as well. So that's its turn. Magical Fantasia's turn.
We'll save again.
Oh, okay. 13.
So I did my
Take
claws
43.
wrong, but I'll do it correct next time. All of that damage is supposed to be cold damage, and I'm not supposed to roll that d6. That's another set of claws I have, because apparently I got
okay.
multiple claw damage. It's tight. I don't know. That's confusing.
Weird. Okay. Brugar, it's your turn.
I'm going to attack with combat expertise again. But now I also have inspired courage.
Looks like with that second attack, and the haste attack will both hit, but it's enough. You kill it off. The tentacles
Okay.
disappear. Raziel is no longer
Burger wasn't
grappled.
impressed by that. He's looking at the floor and he's
Yay.
like, "Oh, there's got to be more of these. Come on!" And,
And there
a
is.
step forward.
So before Vodic goes, another one of these tentacles shows up, sprouting out of the ceiling over here.
Oh no.
Oh no!
It reaches towards Trissa.
How convenient.
So this is up 30 feet up in the air, up where Trissa is, and it attempts to grab you or hit you first.
It hits.
It attempts to grab you, but you have freedom of movement, so that doesn't work.
Yeah. I was prepared for this.
But you do still take 9
I take
damage.
no damage. Stone Skin prevents it.
Stone Skin prevents it. Alright. It's gonna swing at you again. Hits again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
12 damage, so you take 2.
I take 2.
The small tentacles attempt to attack you. 21 hit?
Yep.
4 damage, so just damages your stun skin a little bit. 22?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, and that's its turn.
Okay.
Vodic says, "Go team." Raziel, it's your turn.
Oh
So this
boy,
thing's up
well,
30
he's
feet in the air.
saying go for me, so. I'm gonna 5-foot fly back here.
Okay.
Actually, is Trissa in my way?
Sort of.
I'll 5-foot fly over here.
Okay.
And then I'll
You're-
full round attack this thing.
Okay.
And I think I'm out of its reach then. Oh, I gotta turn on all the buttons again. Deadly aim, point blank shot. We're doing ranged attacks here. And I'm gonna primary use the other dagger. I can just like swap daggers in my hands, right? Or does my
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, moving
Anyways,
between your weapons between two different hands when they're both out is like free.
Where is the new one here?
I think generally speaking, if you're doing 2-weapon fighting, like there used to be a feat called ambidexterity in 3.5, I think.
Bhutan.
Or maybe it was.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just in
basically
3.0.
let you 2-weapon fight without.
Yeah, you had to have it also with
minuses.
2-weapon fighting, because otherwise your offhand had extra penalties. But in Pathfinder they just combine them. If you have 2-weapon fighting, you're just assumed to be ambidextrous. Okay, so
Not the greatest rolls.
The cyclonic.
Well, no greens.
Cyclonic returning dagger. It looks like that all the damage from that weapon goes through, but the damage from the adamantine one is partially resisted. But all your attacks hit.
So it's like DR epic.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption at this point.
Yeah. All my attacks hit. Wow, the 26 even? Okay. I didn't one-shot it?
You did not one-shot it, though.
Damn. I didn't crit. I need to crit.
It is still up.
So I'm just like throwing daggers through the air, and they're like slicing off tentacles and bouncing off pillars and walls and coming back to me. Well, the two daggers. And yeah, you can see like holy fiery fury around me. Go away, you unnatural evil tentacles.
And yeah, it's Gorg's turn now.
Okay. Just going back to my last turn, I'm really confused because Hero Lab seems to think something works in a certain way, and then nothing else seems to agree with that. So we're just gonna say what I did was correct.
All right.
Gorg is going to continue. I think continue. Yeah, we're gonna continue performance because I don't think I have linger on him.
Alright.
Oh my god, I'm having a hard time navigating his sheet. Oh, he does have linger. He's gonna let his performance linger, but he's also going to fly over here and actually, no. He was right here. He's gonna 5 foot. No, he's not. He's not gonna do that at all. Does he have somebody right now? Grabbed? It? Is anybody grabbed right now?
No.
Okay.
The tentacle does not have anything grabbed right now.
Yeah. I guess what he's gonna do is he's gonna actually
tentacles, I guess.
a breath weapon, to not hit Tressa.
Okay, it's 30 feet up in the air, so but your breath weapon has like a 60-foot cone or something like that, right?
I guess Gorg will fly up and then do it.
Okay, that works too.
But he's gonna keep a distance so that it can't reach Gorg.
Okay.
And then, so that's a reflex. DC 16.
I'm pretty sure it failed. I rolled a 4.
Okay, this is a 20-foot. Alright, that's his damage.
10 damage. And this is fire damage?
That's pretty low. Yeah,
Okay, it takes some damage.
and then he can do that in 2 rounds.
Round 3, Savath gets to go now.
Okay. So what Savath is going to do is I totally forgot I had mobility because I just really haven't played her much. So I am going to move in over here.
This is up on the ceiling, by the way.
Okay.
You have a way to
Yeah.
fly or something, right?
Yeah, I have wings.
Okay.
I can't attack with them until I change, but I'm gonna
gotcha.
continue my rage.
And you're gonna fly up there.
And
Alright, so it's gonna take an attack opportunity then, right?
yes.
23, I'm assuming misses, especially with
Misses.
mobility.
Yeah.
Alright.
And we're gonna we can't full round, I guess.
That's correct.
Poop.
Little did you know she has pounce.
No.
Not yet.
No. She has a
The
dragon
arms
heart,
man
but
was
that's yet
like
to come up.
partially had part of that feat tree, but didn't have the pounce part yet. He was like a level away from it. Which is probably good because he was already strong enough without pounce.
Yeah, the armsman doesn't need pounce.
I guess my bite does the most damage, so I'm gonna bite it.
But he really wants it. He really wants pounce. Alright, you can bite it. You hit!
So this is bludgeoning, piercing, and slash.
Okay.
And this is cold.
It okay. And it vanishes. The tentacles disappear. Before Magical Fantasia's turn though, I rolled an initiative for the next batch of tentacles. They're gonna appear and they're gonna attempt to attack Raziel.
More tentacles. I have to scroll up.
They're on the ceiling again?
Where are these
More
tentacles in relation to
These are partially up. They're about 15 feet up in the air, 20 feet up in the air, so, and they're reaching out towards, like they're kind of, they're maybe a little below Raziel's level, but they're gonna reach out at Raziel.
Oh, no.
Why me?
Because you exist.
Because I am a jerk.
I know.
That's why I don't like being the front, by the way.
This is what...
27?
No.
Does that hit?
No.
It misses? Okay.
I actually have 31
29.
AC with my sacred armor on.
So 29 misses.
You're also
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't say I turned on my sacred armor and weapon, but I had the buffs on my attacks, so it can be assumed.
I'll believe you. I will believe you.
You can scroll up on my attacks, you can see the buff.
So that's gonna miss. I think this is fishing
Sacred
for 20,
weapon plus
so.
3.
Alright, all the tentacles swipe at you.
Yay,
And
my build is good.
It doesn't work.
I'm gonna
Trissa's
stay
turn.
away from all the pillars and all the walls and all the other stuff. I'm gonna move down to 15
They're gonna
feet
come out of the
above
water
this
next.
lake
Oh, God.
and give me a will save.
Are you sure you want to be by water?
Uh,
if a game master puts water
I think
on
it
a
made it
map,
this
it's
time.
not a good sign.
So half damage.
What's the save? Or
20s.
did it nat 20?
It
The
got,
DC is 21, so yeah, it'll take half damage from that.
Yeah, this is in like the mid 20s.
So 19.
Alright,
you do some damage to it.
going on
The-
19.
The tentacles recoil. Brugard, it is your turn.
Alright, since it seems like the tentacles are too high for me to reach, he puts his warhammer at his side for a moment, and then with his other move action, he's gonna pull out his potion of fly, and that's it for his action economy right now.
Alright. Vodek is over here yelling, "The portal! Smash the portal!" Raziel, it's your turn.
Oh no. I'm just gonna 5-foot fly back.
Okay.
Actually to here, and I'm gonna full round this thing because I know he wants me to hit the portal, but I want to hit this thing.
Sure. Follow your dreams.
That's like the numbers.
Okay, so not all those attacks hit, but like 3 of them do.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have damaged it. You have damaged its pride. It looks very upset, but it is still up. The tentacles are still writhing around, very menacingly. Gorg.
Okay, performance is lingering some more. He's going to fly down and pick up Savath's sword.
Okay. And that's its turn. Gorg's turn, right?
Yeah.
That's his turn.
Uh-huh.
All right, round 4. Savath.
Savath is going to fly down to Trissa and ask for that whatever it is that you want me to use.
I hold out the. I have the axe in hand, so if she grabs it, I'll just let go.
I grab it.
You grab it. You have the adamantine heavy pick. It does d6 plus. Yeah, it does d6 damage.
And
Yep, but it ignores hardness.
I don't know because I'm hasted if I can still like move after grabbing it or not because I kind of
No.
have to. Yeah. Okay.
You had to fly down there, so.
Yeah. So.
Well, you could you can take it from her as a free action. You can move again. You flew down there. You could do a double move effectively.
Okay, then I will fly. Shit, so 690. I'll fly to here.
Okay.
I keep having to move the
All
combat
right.
tracker. God damn it.
On this thing's turn, it's going to attempt to attack Brugar. I'm pretty sure it's fishing for 20s.
It might be.
So
Why don't
that's
you
a
just
miss.
roll like 5
That's a
d20s
miss.
or 4 d20s?
That's a miss. That's a miss.
So this
It
is
attacks you
better.
4 times.
Yep, none of those hit.
Magical Fantasia.
'Cause it's funny. I'm a cast Deja Vu. No. I'm going to move over here and ready an action to cast Deja Vu on any new tentacles that show up.
Okay.
Wait, if you deja
On my
vu
turn, I
something
drink
that
the potion of
moved in
fly.
its turn, that means it has to move on its turn?
Yeah!
So it comes through the portal.
I
Does it have
drink the
to go back
potion of
through?
fly, and now that
Okay.
I'm able to fly, I'm gonna fly up to where I can reach the tentacles and draw my warhammer as part of my move.
Okay. As that happens, some tentacles appear.
Yeah.
Oh, I cast Deja Vu on them.
Yeah.
You cast Deja Vu on it. Let me look at this, figure out what happened.
God
It
damn it.
has no save. Whatever it does on this round, it has to do on its next round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, I'm fine with that. It's going to attack. So it appears and attempts to attack Brugar. This time it has a flanking bonus, so it's more likely to hit. 29. That probably doesn't hit though, right? Your AC is
That
like
doesn't
30
hit.
something. It misses as well. So misses 4 times. It's not very effective. Let me add this thing to the turn tracker. But there's another one that spawns as well over here.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
This one appears next to Savath and attempts to attack Savath.
Attempts is a good word.
15 misses. 23. Does that hit? Misses, I don't think.
No,
I'm
her
pretty sure.
AC's 35.
Okay. It's
Oh my
gonna have to roll.
god.
It's fishing for 20s.
Yeah. She cast shield on herself
But these are they're starting to spawn a little bit quicker, so
yeah.
Vodic's still screaming, "Oh, smash the orb! Get the portal!" Raziel, it's your turn. There's tentacles right next to you now.
Yeah, I see that. Those ones are on
They're
the
more on
ground
the-
or not?
They're up in the air too, because Brugar flew up in the air, so they're about at 15 feet level as well.
So I might just fly over and throw my adamantine dagger at the orb. I think that's a good plan.
No, take care
All
of
right.
the tentacles. Because we're going to get overwhelmed if we don't keep taking care of them.
I mean, I can throw one dagger this round. Should I throw it at the orb or at a tentacle?
You can pull around the tentacle. Delayed attacks of opportunity,
melee
but you can
it.
pull around it.
I could melee it.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
I like this idea more. I'm gonna fly 60 feet over here and eat an attack of
That's gonna,
opportunity.
eat 2 AOs.
I mean, if I knew you were going to do that, I wouldn't have bothered grabbing
yeah,
this
sure.
stupid weapon that I have.
Well, I wasn't going to do it until I saw how fast these things are coming out.
So you're gonna fly past these two then?
Yeah. I don't know how to remember the square. I think it was that one.
Okay, I think those both miss, right?
I mean, if you guys go to smash
Yeah.
the thing, that's fine. Like, I can keep the tentacles busy.
And then I'm going to throw my adamantine dagger at the thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
And
I'm just saying I
not
wouldn't have
two
put
weapon
myself
fighting.
in this position, is what I'm getting at. It's like, my movement and choices would not
I
happen.
wouldn't. I was perfectly fine with it until these things started all coming out.
No, that's fine. I was
I'm
responding
not
to
within
Matt,
60
not
feet.
you.
The point
so.
blank goes away. Deadly aim. I guess I'll keep it on. And I will attack it. There's something I'm forgetting, but I don't know what it is. Oh, range increment. 40 feet.
Oh, -2.
So, minus. Well, I have the thing that gives me an extra range, like +2 on range increments. But I don't know. It's my normal's 20.
That'd cancel out then. Yeah, it's just one
It's
range increment away. It might,
and
it might
then
cancel
one
that
range
then.
increment, and it cancels out. Yeah.
Yeah, so no
So
penalty.
here we go. Attack.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Hopefully the 28 hits.
It does.
Can a gate be crit?
I don't think. Oh, technically, I don't know. I think so. Like objects can be crit. They have structural weak points.
Oh, okay.
This isn't like
We're
an
on round 4,
amorphous.
so yeah, all my buffs are still on.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna rule that it can be crit, and it looks like it's cracked and starting to break apart, but it is still. The portal has not been completely destroyed yet, but it is still there. It looks like you've very, very severely damaged it.
Okay. I say finish it off. Stop these things from coming out and, hitting us.
And it's Gorig's turn now.
Gorig will... Gorig will cast a spell. Oh wait, no. He's gonna start. He restarts his performance. He starts singing a new song,
Okay.
and then he's gonna fly
Okay.
around over here.
All right. Round 5. Savath gets to go first.
Ah. What is this stupid weapon I have?
It's a pickaxe, adamantine pickaxe. It's a medium-sized, so
But it's not
Um,
magical.
it is not magical. It's just adamantium, so it'll go through hardness.
I don't even have to like try to hit it. Like I don't have to aim to hit. Like I can just go up and hit it. Like that's
Basically.
how those rules work. Okay.
It's got a low enough AC that unless you roll a 1, you'll
Yeah.
hit the freaking portal.
Okay. I got mobility. I'm gonna fly up to the portal.
All right, this thing's going to attempt to attack you.
Attempt!
As per normal. It misses. All right, go ahead. And it already looks like it's badly damaged.
Oh,
Raz hit like a very brutal hit on it.
oh! Of course.
Oh no!
Why am I here
Sorry.
today? Oh. Jesus Christ.
This pickaxe
This
is very
pickaxe.
very strange. It's
Fuck
it's
it,
too
man.
big for you. It's unwieldy.
It goes off frame.
Yeah. You're like, why do I have this stupid pickaxe again? These tentacles are going to attempt to attack Brugar with a flanking bonus this time. It's probably just gonna miss a bunch, but you know, it's gonna do its best. Damn it!
Yeah, there's some decent
it
rolls in there.
missed a bunch. Yeah. It needs to roll like that. I think it can hit on like I don't know what your AC is, but it can probably.
Well, it's
hit
31 at the No, it's 32 at the moment because of.
So it can hit with the plus 14 attacks if it rolls like really high, but it needs to roll like. Yeah, it needs to pull pretty high. It's not quite in needing natural 20 zones, but. Yeah, it didn't hit though. It misses both those attacks. Magical Fantasia's turn.
I will defend my small dragon friend Savath. I will bind this scary creature with chains of light.
Yay!
Okay.
I don't think I need.
It needs to make a
defending,
reflex
though.
save.
Yep.
I think it failed its reflex save. That's a 12. Yeah, so it definitely failed.
Yeah, it's paralyzed.
Cool.
And it can't move in and out of plane.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's trying to do. It's been doing that. So the tentacles are stuck here now. All right, before Brugar goes, more tentacles.
More tentacles. They start small, then they get big.
I think these tentacles also act.
They're gonna act after Brugar. They're already on. They're on the
No,
turn
I think they
tracker.
acted before, because I readied an action and. Then they
Yeah, I only
attacked
see
Brugar.
3 tentacles on the combat tracker, and I see 4 on the map.
Which ones? Oh, those. I forgot to add the one that's paralyzed. Actually, is the one that didn't get added.
Oh, okay.
But that one goes. Yeah, they both go after Brugar. We'll just resort it.
Whatever. We cool. I believe in Brugar.
Now the order's all weird. Okay, so whatever. This one's attempting to attack Savath. So it probably needs a nat 20. Dang, that 31, but not good enough against Savath, right?
Nope, not because I have shield and haste on.
Yep. So it just attempts to attack you 4 times. It flails helplessly at you.
Plus I'm raging and I'm a dragon and all kinds of other weird shit. Dude, my
and
AC
then
is
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure this one's supposed to go after Brugar, so maybe I'm wrong though. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to go after.
Well, it has to
Brugar.
attack Brugar.
Yeah. Anyway, Brugar can go ahead and go first though.
Unless Brugar moves, and then it will be confused. Maybe it'll attack its friend.
It could. So what do you do, Brugar?
I'm going to make an attack on the damaged tentacles.
Okay.
And I'm going to use combat expertise.
All right, that hits and does some damage to it. But it's still up.
And then
They're
with
still up.
my hasted fly, I'm going to move over here.
No, it's a heavy pick.
All right, the tentacles attempt to
yeah.
attack you.
Still
Attack
one-handed.
I guess technically, actually, it's plus 14 because of the flank from.
Yeah, I get to move 60 plus another 30 feet for hasted fly.
Okay, so the tentacles attempt to attack you but miss, and you are
And
now
that's my
over
turn.
there.
Yep,
Okay.
ready to try and destroy this thing.
So this thing, yeah, it can't attack you, so it's confused.
Guess we're rolling the happy fun time table.
Which one was 53 on the confusion table?
I think that's attack itself.
Okay.
It just deals damage to itself.
It does some damage to itself.
Aha! It was useful.
It can be confused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, this one's paralyzed. It can attempt as a full round action to get out, I think, by trying to make another
I don't
reflex
think
save,
so.
right? Chains of...
Yes, it can.
Alright, so it makes... What's the DC on... I'm not sure 100%.
24.
But okay, it actually does hit 24. So it manages to shake free, but it takes its full turn to do that.
Okay.
Raziel, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to
Do you
break
have-
the frickin' thing.
Alright. I believe in you.
And I'll full round it, but if I, break it with the first one, then the rest of the attacks will go like the tentacles next to it.
Okay.
I'll adjust. I need to put that back. I need to put 2-weapon fighting back. None of it's in point blank range, but whatever. Let's go. That was the offhand, by the way. That's the main hand.
Okay. And it looks like you do enough to shatter the portal.
No, I don't have to. Yay.
I guess maybe I should have said the adamantine attack goes to the portal, and the other one doesn't.
It's broken.
Anyways,
now.
I'll let you figure it out.
And yeah, it stops. The energy stops swirling around it. But the tentacles that you see here are still here for now, for the moment at least.
Okay.
But it does look like they start kind of frantically waving around a little bit more, like when you
Master,
smash it.
we're cut off.
And some of those attacks, so you manage to destroy it, and then like your other attacks, you migrate them over to hit this thing, and some of your attacks do hit it and do some damage to it,
Cool.
particularly with the Seaborn dagger.
Okay.
And now it's Gorg's turn.
now that we see that happening, he's still vanished. Wait, how many levels? Gorg only has 1 level. He reappears!
Okay.
He's singing his song though. So his performance is going to linger. Gosh, I don't know what I want him to do because you guys are all like spread out a little bit. He's gonna move up to here.
Okay.
And breathe some fire. 16 reflex.
It rolled a nat 1, so it failed.
Fun. I did too.
Nice. It takes 4 damage. Alright, round 6, Savath. It's your turn. There are some tentacles right next to you. This portal got smashed.
Yeah, I dropped
You probably
this
don't need
pickaxe.
the adamantine pickaxe.
Yeah, no. Just
Oh no, be careful of that.
Just drop
Be careful of that.
Yay, my
That cost Trissa a lot of money.
Oh yeah, the adamantine
Yeah,
shatters
it did.
on impact on the ground because that's
No,
what
it doesn't.
adamantine
It's adamantine.
does.
It shatters the ground,
act-
but
It shatters the ground. It chips the ground. Vodak yells, "No!
No.
You're damaging the structural integrity of the building!
Alright, I'm not just gonna
You're gonna bring Kaer Maga down! The whole thing's just gonna collapse!"
Alright, so I did those
You
cold
fool!
claws twice already, right? So I got 3 more goes on that. Let me
Okay.
mark those. I'm raging still this round as well.
Yep, and you still have haste.
Yeah, I'm still hasted as well. Okay, here we go. So, 2. Oh.
I might be able to solo the rest of this encounter depending on their will saves.
Okay, 2.
Yeah, but do you want to use all the resources?
No. Like with 1 spell.
Bite. Bite.
Alright.
Claw. Claw.
Hey, there we go. That
Or
was all
Savath
hit.
can just solo this encounter, you know, by herself.
No, yeah, like your melee here can clean up the rest here.
But I wanted to confuse them and have them tentacle each other.
Oh, I guess I could just add plus 1d6 right at the end of the trail and it'll do it. Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah?
Durr.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so that's
So-
a bite. Did they all hit? I guess.
Yeah, they all hit.
Okay, bite.
Each attack hit.
Bite. And then claw. Claw. Your
Okay,
claws
I
are lit with
think-
ice.
Yeah. Let's see if it survives this.
I don't
Looks
know.
like it probably will. Just barely, though. It's
Did you
still
say
the
it's weak to
tentacles
the
are still
cold?
writhing around. It is weak to the cold.
Yeah.
It takes 50% increased damage from the cold, but even still, it's
Yeah, it's not that
these
much.
tentacles are still there. Yeah, it's just single d6, but I mean the 6 turned into 9, so I mean that's kind of neat. But yeah, those tentacles are still up.
Okay.
DC 23 will saves.
Oh.
For
I'm
all of
casting
them.
Id Insinuation 4.
Okay. So they all roll.
If they fail, they're confused, and they roll twice on the table, and I get to choose which one they use.
What's the range on this?
So they don't need to be within 30 feet. But it is close, so I might have to move a little bit.
And it's multiple targets?
Okay, it looks
It's
like
4 targets.
Oh, okay.
It looks
That's
like
why
all
it's
of them passed.
insinuation 4.
except for one. Oh, one of them failed. This one up here. The others all passed it. They rolled pretty high.
Oh, well. He's confused.
He is confused. Okay. All right, he's confused. Anything else?
Nah. I mean, I might have to move. I think I have to move a little.
Oh, to hit all of them.
Yeah. That'll definitely be within range.
All right, this tentacle is going to flail at Savath.
Alright. No. Oh. Oh.
There's
Hey,
that
hit one.
20.
Yeah.
It hit with one attack.
Yep, the 5% chance.
You take 5 damage.
Ow!
I got
Oh,
you.
she has stone
You
skin.
got me. Oh, that's
it
right.
Didn't
You did
do
put
any
that
damage
on
then
me.
because it just hits the stone skin.
Yep. That's what DDR 10.
Yeah, DR10 / adamantine.
Okay. I'm fine.
This one flails around, but it can't reach anything, and
Oh, it can't
it pulls back and disappears.
Oh.
Brugar, it's your turn.
I'm going to. Can I 5-foot fly towards this tentacle
Yep.
mass? Okay,
Sure
I'm gonna
can.
pull around with combat expertise. And you said that we have inspiration or inspiring
Mhm.
courage.
Yeah. +1.
All right, there's my full round.
Okay. You hit it twice, and that is enough to drive back tentacles.
Yay.
These ones flail around and then disappear. This one,
Oh, confused.
all right, it needs to roll on the confusion table.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see.
One more.
It attempts to. I guess it has to roll it twice on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will choose the bottom one because I don't think it can reach anybody.
That's correct. It flails around and can't reach anybody. And it's Raziel's turn.
What's up with this one up here?
It's flailing around and it can't reach anyone right now.
I'm just gonna put it out of our misery. Actually, I only have one attack because I have to move. So I'll throw a dagger at it, and I'll let go. I'll dismiss my sacred weapon and armor after this.
Okay.
Modifying buffs. Hang on.
Can you see it? It's like
He
line of
moved.
sight is a pillar.
I think you're desynced. You on my screen over
You're
here.
desynced. Yeah, I moved. Let me just.
Oh.
Does that help? I moved and went
Desynced.
back.
No, he has like a snapshot. He has to refresh if he wants any updated info.
Rip.
All right, so you hit it and you do some damage to it.
And then my sacred stuff goes away. That was 6 rounds? Okay. Actually, I guess my armor's on for a full minute, but yeah.
Gorig?
Okay. Wait, what round are we on for that? Okay.
We are on round 6.
Continue.
Just ending round 6.
Then this is linger round. Performance is lingering. He's going to fly hastily double move around to Savath and holding out the great sword for her. He doesn't know whether or not she wants it. He just has it.
Okay. Round 7, Savath.
Savath says, "Not now, Gorg," and then flies up to this thing.
Alright, it does not take its attack opportunity because it is confused.
Okay, and then she's going to bite it.
Okay. That hits. Alright, you do some damage to it.
Alright. It's another rage.
Magical Trissa.
I am going to continue concentrating.
Alright, so it maintains its confusion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'm really required here.
No.
Alright, Brugar.
Yeah, we'll take care of the rest of it. I'm gonna fly up and attack it.
Okay.
It's confused, so it doesn't provoke. Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make it angry.
You hit it. It takes some damage.
That's my turn.
On its turn, it's going to attack Brugar because Brugar is the last thing that attacked it.
Oh, Plus, it remembers me. Had a hard time.
Rugar's hurt it too.
It just misses a bunch. And after it does its attack, it disappears.
Tentacles can just disappear. Are they roaming the city now? Oh no.
Oh no, I should have changed the light it so we could have had tentacles for dinner.
And we're out of combat now.
Alright, I stop
Hooray.
raging.
A few moments later, Vodic kind of wanders over. He's like, is it over?
Think so.
This thing lays smashed and there are no more writhing creatures. I think it might be over.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, he comes over. He comes over and like looks at it and says, "Good work. We'll to get some of our engineers down here to try to fix the structural damage before anything else collapses down here." Looking and indicating towards where the water's pouring in from over here.
Twas a pleasure. A simple job.
Stone Skin, preemptive cleric.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up not being that difficult because the attack bonuses were not high enough on these tentacles for them to be like too significant of a threat. But the fact that they were spawning
I took
infinitely,
a decent hit of damage there.
yeah, that was part of
Before I
them.
got
That was
my
one of the
armor on.
things. One of the things that made them a little bit scary is that they could appear anywhere, so it made it hard for range characters to like really be safe. But yeah. Our melee guys have good armor class, so these had a hard time hitting. But yeah.
You guys are like bizarrely hard to hit.
Well, 'cause I built to be difficult to hit in melee.
No, the little raging thing is what I'm really talking about.
Well, when I don't have all my boons on and I'm not buffed, my AC's 30. But it's partly the
That's
magical
still
armor.
pretty good for, like, do you have
mean-
full plate or something?
Oh, your armor is fucking amazing if you really want to know.
I do.
It's a plate +2 light fortification stanching armor, frostforged steel. Kiko. It's nothing special. It's just a +7 bonus. But I'm also.
Oh, and then you also have
Natural.
redonkulous dex, I suppose.
Dex and then 5 natural armor because of the dragon disciple. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
The dragon disciple does a lot of work for me.
Yeah, I have like +3 full plate, mithril full plate. So my armor's pretty good just from that, like plus 12.
I'm over here rocking like Ring of Protection 1 and some
So
fucking, or maybe a Ring of Protection 2 and rocking my
yeah.
You're a caster. That's
Mage
supposed to
armor.
have good AC.
Essentially, my armor is a
It's-
+4 because of the bonus.
See, and that's like the thing too. At least you have mage armor. Araxi didn't even cast mage armor. I was just like, fuck it, I don't care.
Well,
I'll wander around with like
things didn't
20
hurt
AC.
you much, yeah.
would
A
hurt
caster's
a little
defenses
bit.
are mostly their spells. If
I
you're
didn't
not at
even
least,
have-
like.
Most of mine was just I stayed away from people. I didn't even cast mirror image hardly ever.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you have like teleportation shenanigans.
Right, I had a
you
lot
can
of
use to get out of
teleportation
stuff.
shenanigans, so I used that to stay away from all the melee dudes. And if range
What's
stuff
the
started
XP
hitting us
total
bad enough,
now?
I'd throw down like fog clouds and things like
Pro
that.
tip, Zerdurium. When you have level 4 spells as a divine caster, you should prepare freedom of movement.
So is that 9,600
Yeah,
each?
probably.
Yes, 9,600 each.
All right, let me calculate this.
Yeah, let me know the total. I think I had it.
That's
but-
basically for fighting all the tentacle monsters.
That's what I was thinking, is keep that thing up and get more tentacle monster fights, right? Yeah, that's what I got. Cool.
No, they had a flat amount.
I
that
didn't
was gonna give
remember
you.
if the.
You could have sat there and farmed him
him
forever. You could have made this like a
You would've
12-hour
capped it.
fight, and I'd have still capped the XP at that. Like that would it still would have been the same XP value.
Yeah.
I considered it like one creature effectively. In
Is that
terms
the
of
end for tonight,
experience.
Pluto?
That's gonna just about wrap things up. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna give.
Super tired.
He's actually gonna give you guys a little bit more gold than he said originally. He's gonna give you guys 6,000 gold to divide
Sweet.
up amongst yourselves. Says with a
Does that
little
include,
bonus. And he says, "Here's the 5,000 gold
Frothy?
plus a little bonus," and he kind of winks.
Split 4 ways. All right.
Yeah, split
Wait,
4
how many ways are we
ways.
splitting it? Okay.
Oh, 4 ways?
Just 4 ways. Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
say
Alpha
if
didn't
Okay.
help, so
Alpha
Yeah,
didn't help, I'll say I'll give him some money that he say that he earned on his own or
1,500
something.
each.
But
Cool.
this will help get me another potion of fly because they're gonna need another one.
yeah, I'll have Ron's character earn some money off screen. Basically, he did some solo quest.
Yeah.
He's earning some money at the lascivious party.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
how that
has
works.
turned into a very high-rolling prostitute.
Alright,
Yes.
Pluto, is there anything else? Because, yeah. So I had
no, I
a
think that'll-
work thing this morning at 1:30
Yep,
to 3:30 a.m.
Oh, it must be so
So-
terrible being up at 1:30 a.m. I wonder what that's like.
Well, I mean, I got paged out to look at a issue.
No, I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my
no,
normal
I
work
know.
schedule, so it's different for me. I
Yeah,
have to be at work at 2.
which I still slept a decent amount, but boy, it just ruined my continuous
So
sleep.
yeah, that'll be about where we wrap it up. I'm gonna try to get some a nap before work as well because I have to be at work in like 5 hours. So, but yeah, hope
Yeah,
you guys
sorry I
enjoyed the
was late.
session. I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I like meeting the guy and his little.
If you guys
In
want
our
to,
quest for more wealth and experience.
yeah, I mean,
and
I'll
we got more
probably
wealth, we got more experience, and we got closer to figure out how to kill God. So all good.
Yep. I'll probably come up with some stuff as well, but if you guys have any ideas of you want your character to do specifically, or any ideas you want to have, you can shoot me something on Discord during the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to prepare too. That was the other thing too, is since I was sick all last week, I didn't do as much
yeah.
prep as I wanted to, but
No, it's so good. And the MS Paint map is probably the best MS Paint map we've ever had.
I'm getting better
I
at
think
MS
it is.
Paint maps.
Oh no, you're gonna
Well,
look
you're
at
not like
my
me, dude,
not
MS Paint
actually
map.
MS Paint, but it's not. It looks like it was made in MS Paint map. Next week, and you'll be like, "Oh man, this is the best MS Paint map we've ever had."
This is a new bar for MS Paint maps. All other maps will be compared to it. And so we have to look forward to, Mantis.
Not actually. I mean, it's mostly just hallways, but it's fucking a lot of hallways. It's dungeon.
Oh yay! It's a
Alright,
dungeon.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
I hear you guys
Good
like
night.
dungeons. Good night.
Yeah, I used a. I have this like really cool